Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is. It's me, your man Trey the Commish. I got my man CC in the building. Bishop the GOAT in the building. First formation, we in the building. It's the NFC AFC Conference Championship round going down. We got a lot to talk about. Gentlemen, what's good with y'all? Oh, yeah, definitely a lot to talk about. Now talk about. What's good, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
Go ahead,
Hey,
CC.
all I want to say is, woo, postseason, I'm on fire, people. Postseason, I'm on fire.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Where
yeah.
y'all
You
at?
are. You are. You
Where y'all
are.
at?
Yeah.
Here he go. Here
Yeah.
he go. It's been a couple of years for CC. He do.
Yeah, it's like
He do.
it's like at this point he's Atlanta at the end of the season. He's trying to save his career. He's trying to save the job, and you know what I'm saying. But we gonna see how
Mhm.
it go. Yeah, but I give it to him. He hot stepping right now.
Right. WGO. What's going on, y'all? Man, y'all gotta excuse me, man. I'm enjoying this great breakfast this morning because y'all know, for those that know, we out here in Texas, and so we kind of like trapped in the house. So we eating and doing whatever we can while we trapped in this house because it's cold weather. CC out there, he
That-
used to this.
yeah,
But us out here in
it's
Texas, it's something new
it's a
to us. You
different
know what I'm saying?
story.
I ain't never been to a
That's how
place where
that's how that post came up yesterday. I'm sitting. I found myself watching
you ain't got nothing but
doing
time.
dishes.
You ain't got nothing but time. You ain't got nothing but time. Kids already know on Monday. They knew on Friday that there was no school on Monday because of the weather here in Texas. I ain't never seen that before. Where you already know because on Monday you already letting the kids out of school. But either way, man, I'm glad to see everybody here on Sunday. Hopefully, because everybody in the house, y'all tuning in, man. Make sure y'all
Yeah,
tune
let's
in.
get it. You
What's
know what I'm
going
saying?
on?
We
What's
got
up?
plenty to talk
Going
about.
on
We
today?
can
We
do it
got a lot
how
to talk about because we got a coach carousel that's spinning and spinning and spinning.
it,
McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers possibly hooking back up is
Mmm.
crazy.
so
That
let's
is
just be
crazy.
honest, right? We can start there, right? We can start there.
Mmm. What he said.
Let's keep it 100. Does not amount to 20 years ago? Well, I don't foresee, honestly, I don't foresee this being the best situation. In state, McCarthy left Green Bay. Why Aaron was still there? So, you know what I'm saying? So, what's going to be the significance of him being back? Like, it's nostalgic. That's the only thing I see. Besides that, I don't know if this is going to be a match made in head. Gentlemen, what y'all think, brothers?
Mm. Last week I was talking Phil and Kobe. This ain't like a Phil and Kobe situation. Can we get this one more time? My most successful parts of my career was with Mike McCarthy. So can we, if they keep Aaron, if it stay like that, hey, can they at least make a run? AFC Championship game, somewhere in there, get out of the first round. Can they at least make a run together? That'd be interesting to see if they keep it the way it is.
My question to you, CC, are Dallas Cowboy fans mad that Mike McCarthy has headed out to Pittsburgh? How do y'all feel as fans to know that McCarthy, that y'all just gave up, is headed out to Pennsylvania to be the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who we know is one of the three top teams, well, what, four top teams with the most Super Bowls? How does that make y'all feel, Cowboy fans?
Well, we can only feel one way. Remember, McCarthy, we didn't get rid of McCarthy. McCarthy walked away from us. He, didn't-
Facts.
the man walked away from us. So we can't really, like, what was gonna do? Put a gun to his head and say stay? Like, I thought we could have built a winner with him if he, pick up the defense. I thought maybe, you know, but really, I think it's a good move for him. I think, hey, he from Pennsylvania, right? Originally, so it's like a homecoming to him. Maybe that'll spark something in him. He ain't been to the Super Bowl in a while. Like he really didn't turn us into this playoff machine that we thought we was gonna be or whatever. So maybe he'll get his second ring or whatever in Pittsburgh. But I'm more I'm more flexing on the freaking Harbaugh move because now that put our coach as the fourth best coach in the we got the fourth best coach in the division right now. Like you put Harbaugh, you got Sirianni, you got Harbaugh, you got Dan Quinn. We ain't know where we at. Like with the Schottenheimer move. Now I'm starting to look at the Schottenheimer move like that wasn't good, Jerry. It's Like you should be begging Tomlin to come, coach. This is smart. Like, you should
I
be
mean,
begging.
so you got to think about it, right? It's
He
just
said,
again, I think what I'm trying to be the voice of reason here this morning on the panel.
here
So
he go. Here he
when
go.
we, so when you look at it, right, we're talking about Harbaugh who just had Lamar Jackson and couldn't do anything with him. So what is he going to do with a Jackson Dart? Currently, y'all is neighbors is who they have, and had neighbors and Scatterboo coming off a hobble. You know, coming off a hobble. They're young, but coming
Injuries.
off hobble injuries. So what is I think is a little too presumptuous and too early to sit up and say. Like I think right now y'all still probably sitting pretty, honestly, because you still have a veteran squad. Y'all still going to probably build more because Jerry Jones has more of a different outlook on the situation. Philadelphia is now on their fifth OC going into it. Now y'all have a intramural plant on Dallas now because y'all DC is a former defensive pass coordinator over there, so he has intricate knowledge of the people that were there for the most part. And so I think it's more so. I think I'm saying it right here today, right
Here we
now.
go.
I
Here we
think
go.
Dallas has a pretty good chance, even if Schottenheimer is the rookie of the bunch. Dan Quinn, we gotta look at what happened with Washington Commanders last year. We know Jaden Daniels kind of faltered, and he was injured and all that type of stuff. But the Debo and what's his name? Who was it? Who's the other receiver in
McLaurin,
Washington?
Terry McLaurin.
McLaurin. That project didn't go as necessarily planned. It's a lot going on, and right now I think y'all have the best chance of anything, regardless of Harbaugh coming over. Like at this point, I recognize as I was looking yesterday, getting ready for this show today. I was looking at, and there's a lot of people looking at new blood to be instituted into the organizations. There's a lot of past coordinators and stuff that's being looked at for OC and DC positions, as opposed to what we know usually going to get the same people and stuff like that, or they're getting deeper and deeper into their second hires and all that type of stuff. But we're gonna talk about it a little bit. But go ahead.
My,
Uh
my thing is, if it was y'all, right? You know, to go from a head coach to an OC, that's a major downgrade. So my question to y'all: how do y'all feel about these coaches that's left head coaching jobs and became offensive coordinators? Like, how would that make you feel knowing that you've been downgraded from being the head of an organization in regards to overall plays and what plays are being called to just one specific area of being the head coach of being the offensive coordinator of whatever team you're a part of now?
So when you first asked the question, right, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, when you first
Mm-hmm.
asked the question, I was like, but after as you spoke, I was like, I don't care. Who cares? Like, think about it.
Now,
Robert
mind you, now
Sala.
hold
Robert
on. Think
Sala went
about
from a
this.
DC to a head coach to the DC back to head coach again in 4 to 5 years.
But that don't make you feel some type of that wouldn't make you feel some type of way because mind you, let's hold on, let me do some research real quick because let's see the difference
It,
in pay between a
oh,
head
it's
coach
definitely a difference in
and
pay.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
definitely a difference in
So
pay.
so that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
saying you don't mind, but you got to remember
You
you
know
still
what?
got this
You know what?
mortgage, you still
Listen, we
got
are
these
we are
kids,
all we
you
are
still got
military.
these bills.
We
I'm
are
like, you
military.
saying you don't care, but
We
listen,
are we
you
are
care,
we are military, right? Let's
right?
look at it as being a NCO that gets reducted to a. I mean, of course, we're talking
Exactly,
about that gets reducted, but you come
exactly.
back. It's not gone. It's a short. It's a setup. It's a
No.
short setback for a comeback. You know what I'm
You
saying?
think
So
so?
you don't like it.
I'm with you, CC. You think so? Really?
Because Josh McDaniels, take Josh McDaniels for the Patriots, man. Like he got a head coaching crack twice, right? Like and neither one of them really panned out the way that you thought that they was
And
gonna
so
pan
it
out.
looks different.
So he right
Right.
back, offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, whatever you want to call him. But it's one of those things where maybe that's his lane. Remember, Norv Turner was assistant coach or whatever, offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys back in the days. He got a couple of cracks at head coach, and neither one of them panning out. So he finished his career as an
What up,
offensive
man? What up?
coordinator. But you got to look at it like, hey, sometimes it don't work for you. Like it's working for Salah. I don't know how Salah, but Salah, he keep getting the worst jobs
I
though.
got you,
He
Mike.
got Tennessee this time. Last time it was the Jets. This time it's Tennessee. I mean,
right.
You know,
So this,
like,
you're right.
Yeah, so I mean,
this
it's like going from Master Sergeant First Sergeant. There you go.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's
Listen to
like
this.
Master Sergeant
No,
First
listen to
Sergeant.
this. The
Sorry,
typical,
Major Command. Sorry, Major.
No, listen to this. No, it's not. Don't do that, Jeffrey. You should stop. That is not true. Because the typical coach averages annually between 13 million and 15 million. 15 million annually. Okay. An OC average annually.
Yeah, 6
2 million.
Yes.
No, 2 million to 5 million. That's a $10 million difference, bro.
I get it, but people get gagged.
No, you don't. Hold on, I don't think you do.
I
don't think you do. When you have a $5 million house,
what's going on, little big homie? What's going on?
Your pay has been cut 10 million, bro. That's not, bro. That's a substantial amount of cut. 10 million, bro. That's
so true that, right? True that. It's a big cut. So when
hold on, real quick, Trey. That first sergeant, master sergeant thing, that ain't the same. That ain't the same.
Okay, it's not the same. Because it ain't no pay. Ain't no.
Exactly, it ain't the same.
But yeah, it's no. The pay is different when you talk about that. But what I'm saying is when you talk when you bring it up, right?
Right.
If I go
when he starts smiling, he know it's gonna be some BS.
No. This is. I'm really thinking about how the hell I get myself in this predicament. But you know what I'm saying. but I want to ride it out. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying. I'm finna do my thing. Watch how I sit up and slip up and slip and slide. So when you look at it, right, in state. If you go from an OC or DC, if you go from a HC to an OC or a DC, it's because you ain't have the chops to do the jobs that you was doing. So first and foremost, you got to sit up and take in consideration, like, okay, I made it to this position. I'm cool. No different from being, even though there's no shift in money, a platoon sergeant going back to the section sergeant when you get relieved. And you know what I'm saying? It's like this, okay, the same thing. DFAC manager, to going back to being a shift supervisor. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you sit up and look at it, it's like, okay, for whatever reasons, I wasn't able to. And then it's just sometimes, just like what we know is Mike Tomlin, if he comes back, he's not going back to an OC or a DC. He's going to be a head coach if he goes somewhere else.
Why?
Oh, no, you know he ain't. You know,
but why? Hold on. But why?
20 years as a head coach, no way you going back.
He was a successful head coach for 20 years.
But why though? Y'all saying that, but why?
He was a successful. He was regular season. He moved the needle regular season for 20 consecutive years in one organization. You got to think about coaches like him.
One Super Bowl.
Yes, he has one Super Bowl. But think about it.
But
coaches
one
like
Super
him,
Bowl in 20 years, bro. One.
Coaches like him, Andy Reid, Mike McCarthy, that you would have thought. I mean, the Harbaugh brothers, like they're different. They have been successful where they went. Hence the reason they have cut their teeth and they're good. They're not going back down. So just like you would continue to see, like we sit and talk about the.
So like Andy Reid would never go down to an OC.
No, not unless he wants to.
Never. Not unless he just say, "This is what I want to do." He can choose that. But you think Andy Reid's going to choose that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, let me
Jimmy Johnson, none of them are doing that.
Okay, let me ask y'all both this then. Who was that? Wasn't it who was that? So what's the difference in going from a head coach from NFL to a head coach to the college? Is that still not a downgrade?
Nah, that's funny you say that, right? It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because we see a bunch of people going from OCs in college, in pros to OCs in college. However, you still get paid the same, roughly the same amount, depending on what organization,
what school you go to,
right? And you still can, but you know what I'm saying? It's still, you're in your bag. Like, look at it like this. When I came over to food service, And when in the military, when I left field artillery to go to food service, I was a fish in water, right? Because for at the time in which I did it, 7 years, I was an artillery man. I'm sending hot steel down range, precision targets, and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Fire for effect. Then I get in, and now I'm firing up stoves and deep fat fryers and stuff like that. But when I first got to my unit and I talked to my sergeant major, let's say the sergeant major is even the GM, the president or the owner potentially. When I talked to when I talked to the first sergeant, I got to the Dre said they're getting blown out today. We gonna get to that, Dre. So when I got to my first sergeant, and she was like, "Oh, thank you." You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, the first thing I said, like, "Hold up, first sergeant. I've only been culinary for hell at this point 3 months because I'm fresh out of basic training. I'm fresh out of AIT from food service." And she is like, "Oh no, we ain't got to worry about that." She's like, "We ain't worried about that. We need leadership." Oh, we in the game. Like I can do that all day. You know what I'm saying? I can soldier and sergeant all day long. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It makes so that OC transferring over from college to pros. There's still a correlation. You just have to sit up and find the formula or the algorithm that's going to fit for you to be able to get through to those students. To those kids. That's going to where you just came from. So that's easier. But when you talk about the like going back to what we talked about, the going from the coach to the OC, some people we ain't gonna see do that. Like Eberflus, we done seen him go back and forth. He hokey pokey with it, you know what I'm saying? We done seen Gannon just did it where he done went back. He got hired to be the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers after he came from head coaching the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury.
Look at Mike McDaniels. Not here.
McDaniels is trash, but you know what I'm saying.
But not here. LA Chargers. Mike McDaniels is now a LA Charger.
Oh, not that McDaniels. I'm thinking Josh McDaniels.
You talking about Josh?
Yeah. But again, like we just said, he didn't make it. He wasn't effective as a head coach. It could have been his affinity for Tua that was damning for him, but we know he was a good OC. So it's like now you got to go.
Hold on. Because if you're looking at it like that, y'all say you're saying, I won't say y'all. Yeah. Trey, you're saying that some of these coaches wasn't fit, but then you've seen coaches go to other organizations and flip organizations around because of the personnel in which they have in those new organizations. So there's no. So when does that play a part? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm going with it, CC?
The algorithm goes different. Like you just don't know. Like it was just talking about, and which it came up last night. What's going on? What's going on, Mitch? So
what up, Mitch? What up, Mitch?
It came up last night, right? Why is what's his name? Uderich or Uda? I think I had to. If I was looking at it right now, I can see it. Actually, I'll look at it while I'm talking. Why is he getting another opportunity when someone like Brian Leftwich, who played 9 years in the NFL,
they was talking about that.
He won the Super Bowl.
He coached Tom Brady to go. He was the offensive coordinator for Tom Brady.
Yeah,
like seriously, bro.
He can't get a job, right?
Right.
On the flip side of that, and we're not going to even bring up the ask what could be looking us in the face. On the flip side of it, Eric Bieniemy, he done went from OC to OC in another organization to OC in college to come back to OC in his original OC. But yet he's another one that can't get a head coaching job. But why is all these other individuals getting these head coaching opportunities? Understood.
I think it's how you come in. You come in hot, you ain't getting them. You know,
you say you got to come in hot.
What do you mean by come in hot? What do you mean by that?
Is look at what happened to Bill Belichick at the end of his NFL coaching career, man. Like he interviewed for a couple of jobs, and nobody picked up the great Bill Belichick. That's because we're not feeling your philosophy. We're not feeling what you want. Like if Eric Bieniemy and Byron Leftwich, I'm sure that's what it is. They not feeling what you want, man. You know, that's how, like,
32 teams not feeling what you own, though, CC? 32?
But you got to consider all 32 don't need.
It's
Well,
not
I
all
got you, but we talking
But we
about
just came off
nine.
of 11
We
teams.
had 9 teams that needed
11,
a head coach.
That's what I'm saying.
11
This
teams that
year,
had needed a head coach, bro. Come on,
but most
and
years it's
not
4 or 5,
one.
right? Most years it's not that many. It's four
Right,
or five
facts.
jobs
Right.
open. So like so you got to come in and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Raheem Morris is a prime example. He finally got another chance. Like talking about Raheem Morris, he finally got another chance with Atlanta, and you see what he did with it. He squandered that opportunity. But
But I mean,
honestly,
it's
he know how to play the game better than to be enemy and
so I
But
see, I
but
see, I see.
but
We gonna go there. I
I
see
see
we
where
gonna
you
go
going.
there this morning.
I see where
I
you
see
going.
we about to go there this morning. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah, 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 yeah,
like
yeah.
we about to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
there this
yeah,
morning.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we about to go there
Yeah.
this morning. So when you look at it, right, Raheem had 2 years, right? 2 years, right?
With a hurt quarterback, say
That part.
injured.
But so with a hurt quarterback, but he also had Cousins in the weight, honestly. But it's just like Anthony just said, right? It's rough out there for a melanated
Or
individual,
player.
seemingly.
it's always been rough.
Okay.
That ain't nothing
But
new.
I mean, you
That
have some.
always
Okay,
been
you
rough.
got something that's exception to policy, though. You know what I'm saying? So we can't. That's why I say we
Not
can't
exception
necessarily.
to policy. Whoa, that's where we going
I
with
told you
this?
we finna go there this morning. I told you we
That's
finna go
where
there
we
this
going
morning.
with this? Whoa.
But there's been but it's been something that's been the exception. Like there's like you can't we can't it's rough for everybody. McDaniels is biracial. He just got fired, but at least he got 3 years. I mean, with Daniels, at least he got 3 years. Salah is getting another chance, and
Right.
he, what I'm saying, within that time frame, you have in my personal opinion, Edgerro is going to probably end up getting hired for upcoming position. It was rough for Brian Flores, especially when he had a whole class action lawsuit against the organization in which he's working for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So all this type of stuff starts to come into that look is where it might not be the worst, but I think it's rough for everybody in state. Honestly, it's just, I mean,
Dion on here? What up, Dion? What up, bro?
Oh, hey, it's so many ways you can look at it, but the truth of the matter is you got to win, and that's the thing that
Oh,
black coaches. That's the thing that black
that
coaches are
supersedes
lacking.
everything.
Let's just go
but
back.
CC
Like the ones that they've
CC,
been
does
getting
that
the
go
shots,
with this
they've been
too?
winning.
With that CC, does it what you just saying? What you just said, does that also go for black coaches as well? What
That's what
Dion is
I'm
talking
saying.
about?
Black coaches, they not winning. Let's
Yeah,
just
they're
keep it
winning.
No, but I'm
real.
talking
Like
about the
Tomlin,
IQ. Is it because that they don't believe in the IQ, like Dion saying right here,
hey,
they don't
remember,
believe in the
But,
the
but
IQ
remember,
of
that
black
was
coaches?
the same thing. They didn't believe in the IQ of the black quarterback. You feel what I mean?
Facts.
So my
Facts.
thing is, it was up to the Tomlins to change that. Y'all would never listen to me when I tell y'all Tomlin is just here at average, bro. Like you need him. McVay finna be 40 years old, and he has potential to go to his third Super Bowl at 40. He just made 40 like yesterday or something. See, we
Yeah.
need Tomlin to do that. You went to 2 Super Bowls early, and in the last 15 years, you ain't done much. Man, we
Right.
needed you to advance the culture, bro.
You know
We
Right.
what
need
this?
winners.
I got you
You
on
know
So
what
that.
this sounds like,
somebody got to
CC?
open the door.
Hey, man,
This is
hey, I got you with that,
this is
CC. I
this
feel
is
feel
you.
what I'm
similar
saying?
to this is
Yeah,
similar to our Taylor Sheridan.
yeah, yeah.
This is similar to our Taylor Sheridan versus Tyler Perry conversation we had the other
Man.
day.
Yeah.
You got to win. Like you got to start winning. Like you can't just get the job. Like D'Amico Ryan, he's trying to advance, but he's stuck at that certain level right now. Right, 3 straight years they get bounced in the division in the divisional playoff
But
rounds.
what's
How
going to
many more
happen
years
is
Houston gonna give him to keep
D'Amico
getting
Ryan's
bounced in that round before he gets there?
D'Amico Ryan's going to get fired before he gets the opportunity to get to.
That's what I'm saying. Now you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So you got to, hey man, next year, D'Amico, y'all got to at least win the divisional round, make it to an AFC Championship game or something, or else you out of there. That's how it goes.
But we're going back to it. But even then, I do still believe that it's still. I mean, the playing field is still a little bit leveled because just like we're talking about, like we said, the melanated or those considered a minority, the others are getting fired too. Like they're not getting that much time for like it wasn't a head coaching, but Eberflus got 1 year in Dallas and he was out.
He never
But
should have
who
been there in the
he's
first
been
place.
replaced with a brother of melanated, you know what I'm saying, complexion. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a little different when we talk about it when it comes to certain things, aspects of it. We can sit up and go like that. When we talk about military and people getting certain positions and stuff like that, it's a different. Like I can sit up and think, now I think about it the whole time the 15 years I was culinary, I honestly don't remember having a Caucasian DFAC manager. I don't think I ever did. You know what I'm saying? So, it goes in different
But
ways.
let me ask
And
you a question.
so, huh?
Let me ask you a question, Trey. How many times do you think an owner or a GM has had a conversation like Brian Flores was talking, what he was exposing, right? Because we heard Lovey Smith said he was asked to do the same thing, and he took Chicago to a Super Bowl. But they asked him when he went to the Houston Texans to tank. Yo, they want you to tank. Like, hey, I'm trying to get a head coaching job, and one requirement for me is the tank, bro. I don't know, why then you're gonna bring in some other guy to get the glory, man. I don't even understand. After you put the team together, we rebuild it. Your job is to tank, so we can get draft picks. I mean, who wants that position like that? But that's how you coming in the game sometimes. So it's
And
very
then
different.
and then let's not mislead ourselves. Let's keep it a buck. The people, the hirers are are melanated at this point. It's a lot. I'm trying to make sure I say politically correct. The people doing the GMs are of color at this in some of these areas. So I think it's fair. It's just like I think it comes down to what CC was saying. It legitly is about wins. If you ain't winning, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone wonder, I think CC and Bishop, y'all was the main one wondering why Tomlin is still in when he ain't even did nothing in the playoffs. He was good. He was good in the regular season. He can get there, but it's like, in which I think he finally realized, like, hey, you got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, and he folded him. He gonna probably
Okay,
spin the block like
so
McCarthy.
look, second straight year for Harbaugh and Justin Herbert doing what they did in the playoffs, fall short like first round or whatever. How many more chances do you think Harbaugh gonna get at LA as compared as
He
compared to
gonna.
DeMeco Wright?
I think he got
As
some. I
compared
think he
to
got some equity. He good.
right. See what I mean? Why does he have more equity than D'Amico Ryan? And they
Well,
saying
Harbaugh used to play there too. Harbaugh used to play there. That's the team he used to play for as well. So you got to keep in that he has that cemented in the fact that he used to play there too. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like they kind of feel like they owe him a little bit more. So I feel like he's gonna get a fair opportunity to prove himself out there in the Chargers. I do. I feel like he's gonna get a fair chance at least 3 to 4
Why?
years.
What I'm saying is like the man came from college. He hadn't coached in the pros in a minute.
Right.
D'Amico Ryan had never been a head coach. He went from defensive assistant to defensive coordinator. What I'm saying is that I know Harbaugh was a little bit successful with the San Francisco 49ers before, but why does he have more? Why does he have more of a runway or more of a landing strip than you know what I
Then
mean?
D'Amico.
Than D'Amico Ryan? Why does D'Amico play for the Houston Texans?
Right. He did. He did.
You
He
know what I'm
did.
saying? Like
He
he played
did.
for the Texans. So I
Right.
mean, what would be the difference? But we sitting here saying that
It shouldn't be one. You're
D'Amico
right. It should be.
got a little bit more room, and then but we said Harbaugh, he might get a little bit more leeway. Why is that?
That's a good question, and that's probably something we'll never know why he'll have that. Why he has that longer leash than a D'Amico Ryans.
You know what?
Here we
It
go.
goes
Here,
back.
I know what he finna. I already know
It
what
goes
is finna
back.
come in. Here he come with this nonsense. Here he come with this
It goes
nonsense.
back to what I was saying. At minimum, give them what they signed for. If we do that, you can't sit up and go. Give them what they signed for. Contract.
I knew
There you
it.
go with the gun.
I knew it. I knew what it
Back
was
to the
about the
contract.
contract. I knew it.
Back to that contract. But
Here we
He
go.
should not have been fired prior to that 3. He should at least got one more year because his contract was. If you don't think they gonna, I mean, just play it right. I know it's enticing to give the 5 and 6 years, but let's be honest. Within one, Harbaugh was in 1 year. It would be unfair to simply think he was going to do what he had to do in 1 year. He has to get an opportunity to get the right personnel and figure everything out. No different from all the rest of the head coaches, the other 10 head coaches, 11 head coaches that's going to be fired. I mean, it's going to be this cycle is going to get it. Look at damn, I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. The coach for Denver. We
Sean
can't.
Payton.
Sean Payton. He's been there going on 3 years, and look where he is in year 3. He's playing with he had a second year, and if he can turn water to wine with Stidham, he's going to up the ante. But I don't know.
If they make it to the Super Bowl, that's we go. I know we're gonna talk about that, but that's gonna be a shock with Jared Stidham 1, 2. But we seen that with Nick Foles. Like we seen Nick Foles make a Super Bowl run. So I'm but you bring up the point of Sean Payton. It's like, hey, he got another crack, and he taking full advantage of it. But he flipped. But look at Dan Quinn. In 1 year with the Commanders last year, 1 year, Trey, he was in the NFC Championship game. So it can be done. I mean, he
Yeah.
made the
Absolutely.
Commanders relevant
Absolutely.
again. Like he made
Look,
them.
I mean, when you
They
think
start off
about it,
this
look
year
at
with some injuries, but
uh Ben Johnson was a
1 year.
throw. He was a completion away from that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying?
That's
So yeah,
it.
it definitely can be done. It's possible, but but for the most part, the average, no one's about to be able to do that. Like it would be like, do y'all think any of the 11 quarter head coaches that are about to be in there? Of course, we know there's still 4 jobs that's out there. But do you think any of the 4 that's been hired, are they really about to move the needle? Salah might go down and show some type of improvement in Tennessee, but like you just said, Salah keep getting the burnt ends, and you know what I'm saying, of the meal. He ain't even getting the brisket; he just getting the burnt ends.
I think yeah, y'all underestimating it, but I'm thinking the John Harbaugh move to the Giants is going to be a huge move because one thing that he doesn't have to worry about is a Lamar Jackson. Like like you can coach Dart differently. You don't have to worry about the media so much. Uh, Jackson Dart not an MVP. He not he don't have all the accolades that came. He don't have a wow factor that Lamar Jackson had to advance. Not only that, we know Harbaugh gonna make that defense. He got a younger defense. They already on the fence of being a great defense. He gonna make that defense tougher. I think that Giant move. They made a good move. Finally, they made a good move with a head coach. Uh, in this century, I should say. Well, since what was his name? Tom Coughlin. They finally made a good move at head coach. I think that's going to help. I mean, it might not be just this first year, but you're going to see the big improvement. And then the next year, you will see the Giants as playoff contenders like they were supposed to be with Brian Daboll.
And then when you look at Brian Daboll, I see his name is up for a coaching position. Sean McDermott, he was 98-50 in Buffalo and got canned.
But you can't win. My thing is, he
You
can't
gotta
win the big
win.
one. He can't win. I
He
didn't
can't
like the
even get to
Buffalo
the Super
move.
Bowl. He made it what, once?
Right. And
No,
he
he
never
hasn't
made
made
it.
it.
I
He
never
made. I
liked
thought he
the
made it
I
one
didn't,
He made it to the conference games, but he lost
the
to
AFC
Mahomes.
Championship games. But
Oh,
I
okay.
don't like
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like that move because how you fire the head coach but then promote the GM. I don't even understand. Like
Right.
like you
That don't
promoted the
make
guy and then
sense.
give this guy no receivers, just gave him
No.
Josh
Yep.
Allen and James Cook and said, hey, y'all two figure out to go how to win a game. Like we're not gonna even help the defense out here, there, nothing. Y'all two go figure out how to win us, get us to the Super Bowl.
We was just
Yeah,
talking about that earlier.
hey, Arthur Smith, that's another one. Ohio State picked him up now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Ohio State picked him up now, right? Like, well, did you see his offense in Pittsburgh? Like, and Ohio State picked him up. I don't know how sometimes you get these jobs. The only thing I assumed about that when I first saw that was they getting ready. Ohio State is going to go the Indiana route, and they're going to go after these 21, 22, 23-year olds instead of going after 18 and 19-year olds, that's going to change the college culture right there. Is that now the NIL, I can pay the more experienced players to come here other than gambling on a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Like it's gonna hurt the high school players a whole lot more in the next coming years because of the success of Indiana. I think the success of Indiana makes this move valid. That's the only thing I can say about the Arthur Smith move.
So there was a couple of games last week that were interesting. The most interesting, in my opinion, the Chicago Los Angeles game. What do y'all have to say? Caleb Williams, did he earn the respect this year?
For me, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, he did. He did. Bro, to put that, the throw he made to put that game into overtime was ridiculous. Was literally ridiculous. That was some Aaron Rodgers type. That was some Aaron Rodgers type though. Like to do that running backwards, being pursued, and to put that ball on the money. That dude didn't have to reach, didn't have to dive. That ball was on the money. To put that game in overtime, yeah, he's definitely earned my respect. I have to, give him his much well needed props because he did that. He truly did that. My hats off to Caleb Williams for that alone.
Hey, the playoffs have not disappointed so far.
They have not.
No, it depends on your perspective.
No, they have not disappointed. They've done well. Your team just took an ass whooping. It is what it is. But every other, they have not disappointed whatsoever.
It's subjective. It's subjective, but like you were saying,
I heard that the Browns got to write essays. They got the head coaches writing essays to get the job. I don't even want the job, dude.
For real?
Sometimes
Oh, I was like, I didn't hear that.
Sometimes that's an eliminator.
Anthony saying
that could be a disqualifier.
No, hold on, Trey. We're not finna slide past that. What does the essay got to do with you whether or not you can coach an NFL team?
It got to do with can you follow instructions? I, as your employer or potential employer,
wow,
first and foremost.
Now we see why the Browns suck.
I as what you say?
Wow.
Now you see why the Browns suck.
So first and foremost, me as your potential employer, I ask the simplest of things. Write an essay.
Don't insult my intelligence. For one,
I'm
you
not.
try to. No, you are. You are insulting my intelligence by seeing if you can follow instructions. I'm not 10. I'm not 10 years old. Why?
You're not 10 years old. However, you are a potential subordinate to me that has to be able to follow my lead.
Ooh, I could never work for you, bro. Because you on some pedestals type stuff right there, bro.
I mean, it's tomato.
Why is that even a question? I don't need you to tell me I'm your subordinate. Why do I don't need that. I know your position. I don't need you to tell me what your position is.
Exactly, but it's like but is it the most minute things or what you're going to do? Or are you going to sit up and just go ahead? Like it's a different bunch of ways in which you can see it. Are you just
making a pan, bro?
Are you going to sit up?
I'm not going to New York. I'm not walking to New York to get no damn cheesecake. This is not making the band, bro. Well, I'm not doing that, bro. That just don't make no sense to me. Good morning, Rebecca. How you doing? Good morning.
What are we doing? Like, pick the best person for the job already.
That part, CC.
I
feel like that's a part. Again, these are people. These are coaches.
I like that guy.
These are people who own multi-billion dollar organizations. And so if I sit up and maybe, there could be sometimes you just got to sit up and go with it and see where it is. And if someone is not willing to do something as simple as write an essay because you think it's above you and it's a waste of your time.
I got two letters on that essay, and you ain't gonna like either one.
I'm with you, CC. I'm so with you, CC.
And that would be a reason why maybe that person doesn't get hired. Sometimes it's like I say, it's more for me. Some of the stuff is more cerebral because you can sit up and if you don't got someone that can sit up and think, and you can't sit up and write a simple essay, or that's a lack of your time, and you're trying to get hired from me, and this is what I request. Then that means that you probably can't.
But that's not what this is. We're not in school. We're not. Right. You're not a professor. I'm not trying to get a grade to get a diploma or my degree. I've done that. As a coach, I've done all of those things. Why do I need to prove that through an essay? Talk to me. Again. Talk to me, man. Listen. Talk to me, man to man, face to face. Exactly. Learn me through that, not through words on a paper. Because
maybe that will happen.
An essay cannot depict on who I am as a person. Especially
it might not. Again, I don't know, but again, the essay might not be. It might not even be about the fact of what the content of an essay is. It might be about, are you writing the essay? It
Well,
might
I was
just be
gonna say,
about that.
like, so you gonna tell Tomlin or
So
Bill
this ain't
Belichick
draft.
or
This ain't the
Harbaugh or
movie
something,
draft
write
day
an
either.
essay.
This ain't the
Write an
movie
essay.
draft day either. But go ahead, CC, because you
I
know
mean,
how they did
it
the draft day. But
sometimes
go
it's
ahead.
about.
Yeah,
I mean,
write an essay.
so I'm like during my time frame in the military, right? Being equal opportunity, and one of the things that came up and all that type of stuff in the essays was always the thought of there's norms, right? And sometimes society dictates what the norms are, but that's not a set rule that say I can't have you write an essay to apply for a coaching
Okay.
job. It's
So do
not
you want the best
normal.
coach for the job? Okay,
It's
so
not normal, but it's not to say that it can't be done. And that's what
remember what
happens.
Deion Sanders said.
People follow norms.
Remember what Deion said when he was at the combine, when he went to the combine or whatever, and the New York Giants put him in that room and they wanted him to do all that paperwork, and they gave him a thing this thick and he said, I'm walking out of here. That's me right there. I'm
And
walking
they
out of here because I
they
won't even be
probably
on the
dodged a
draft board
bullet
by the time.
because
How
we're
they
How
look
they
dodge
at
a
dodge?
bullet?
Dion.
How they dodge a
a
bullet?
bullet?
One of the
He's Hall
best
of Fame.
DBs in the NFL. How they dodge
He's
a
Hall
bullet?
of Fame. He's
Yeah,
Hall
how
of
they
Fame.
dodge a bullet? They didn't dodge a bullet. They missed out on a good person. They missed out on
Right.
a
They
Hall
missed
of
out on a
Famer
good player.
because they came up with some nonsense.
Right.
That's what they missed
You
out
know,
on. You talking about they dodged? They
they
ain't dodged no
missed
bullet.
out on
He's
a
one of
Hall
the
of
best
Famer.
DBs ever. And you talking about they didn't dodge no bullet.
They
They
didn't
It
missed
dodge
could
out
have
on
no
one
been.
of the best DBs.
I mean, yes, but playing as a player, yes, he
That's
was.
what you talking
But
about as a player.
yeah, but I'm saying, I was like, I'm saying for that organization, they probably dodged a bullet. I mean, he would go on because what did we know? What did we know of Dion as a player?
A great
He was
player.
flam-
He's the best.
But
he
he
was.
backed up everything.
But again, if you don't want that type of stuff in your organization, it don't make a difference about who the player is,
hold on,
how
hold
good the
on,
player
Trey. What do you mean?
is.
What do you
Think
mean
about
that
this.
type of stuff?
Remember draft
wait,
day, like you said.
hold
Remember
on.
draft day.
Hold on. What do you mean by that type of stuff, though? When you say you don't want that type of
That's
stuff
what
in
I'm
your
saying.
organization?
Right.
What do you mean by that? Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Some people don't want the flamboyance, the flashiness, the all that type of stuff. You don't want it. You don't want it a part of your organization.
Okay. I got that. So let me ask you this, Trey, and this goes to you too, CC. With the players' capabilities or the style of play in which Dion has, a two-sport player, mind you, would you prefer to pass on him because of him being flamboyant or being all in the limelight because of that, or would you keep him simply because of the way he plays on the field? Because you're not paying him for his flamboyancy. You're not paying him for what he does outside of the field. You're paying him for what he does on the field. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
For me, it would have to be if I'm looking at if I think is one going to outweigh the other. If one can potentially outweigh the other, then I'm willing to let you walk. Because
highlight
and be someone else to say
that last comment. Highlight that last comment. Yeah, Trey.
What is it? Let me see.
Trey, you need to pay attention to that one.
No, I'm
exactly.
I'm just simply saying that maybe they dodged the bullet because it maybe was something they wouldn't deal with. Like Dion came over, like they set up in the 49ers, quote unquote, bought that defense. Dion wasn't the only person. It wasn't like we wasn't going to Super Bowls prior to Dion. Dion was just the last He was just one of few players on our last Super Bowl team on that defense. So you know what I'm saying? Because and then he went on to sit up and then he left and went somewhere else. So it's like it happens, but it's not to say that we didn't have that. Well, hell, since then we've been to 3 Super Bowls, and you know what I'm saying? We haven't won one.
Super Bowl team too. Go
yeah, but again,
right.
Peep game, right? Dion was in the league how many years before he got them 2 Super Bowls? And he did it because he went somewhere else because it was other people that was able to mess with and get the Super Bowl. Dion was in the league. He was in the league prior to that. He wasn't even smelling Super Bowls. So what are we talking about at this point? He was a contributor to someone else's to somebody else that helped him get that.
At the time in which Dion was in Atlanta was like the Cleveland Browns at that time.
Right.
Atlanta wasn't doing nothing. Dion went to a trash team because of his caliber of play and where he got picked in the NFL draft.
Right? That's what makes a Hall of Fame career crazy is that he spent the bulk of his career on a team that wasn't going nowhere, the Atlanta
Right.
Falcons, and you built a
Right.
Hall of Fame career there, bro. Come
Right.
on, how
And
many
then,
Cleveland
but
Browns? How
of
many Cleveland
course, when
Browns
you
Hall
look
of
at
Famers
it, what
Right.
and
dropped in
that
this?
goes back to when at some point Dion wised up. Dion wised up and was like, you know what, I'm gonna make moves and go to this because when he was in New York, he would have had that in New York. Did not New York Giants win the Super Bowl while Dion was in Atlanta?
No,
The
no.
New York Giants didn't win Super Bowl while Dion was in Atlanta.
No.
Yes, they did.
No.
What they won in '90? They won in '90, right?
Right.
They won in '90. They won '86 and '90. Dion came in what 89, 90. So maybe
Yeah,
his
he
rookie
won. They
year or
won
something.
Super Bowls when he was while he was there.
Maybe his
So
rookie
I mean,
year or
so it
something.
just goes to be with it. So it's like okay. So it's like so just like I said, for me, like I said, my personal is if I sit up and sometimes if you don't do it, then you don't do it. Fine and dandy. But you know, what I'm saying just like this morning, I was this morning I was applying to colleges this morning, and one
Okay.
of the college stood up and asked me to do a whole bunch of stuff. My first mind was, oh well, there go that college. I guess I won't be going there. Then I was like, hold up for a second. I went ahead and did it. What skin is it off my back to sit up and do this? Is it a waste of my time?
But
That's
it's
different.
college.
That's
It's college.
college.
But it was, but
Hold on, hold on,
again,
hold on,
wasn't.
CC.
It wasn't.
This is the
They
thing.
wasn't
What did they
asking me
ask you to do?
anything
Hold on.
academic. It was
What did
just
they
an
ask you to do?
application.
Okay, but that's a process. That's a normal
Right.
process. They're not asking. What did they ask you that was out the ordinary?
And that I go back to what I was just saying. You just said two words. You said that's the normal process. And what did they ask me to do that was out the ordinary? That part. So when I've simply applied to a bunch of colleges within the last 2 months, and all the colleges process have been the same except for this college's process. So instantly I almost didn't apply to this college because the process wasn't the same. But I had to sit up and take a consideration. I'm trying to get into your institution. So am I going to allow this to be the reason I don't do it because the process was different? No, it goes back to what I say. If it's not the norm, then it's frowned upon. So when you sit up and do it, again, it's
Right.
the
What
norm.
normal team asked for
It's
an essay?
norms.
It's not normal.
I'm a
This is
person
what
when
we're saying.
I would sit up all day. I would buck a norm.
That's not normal.
I give zero F's about the fact of
And
what's
that's what I
normal.
would put on your see. Now you getting what
Yeah,
I'm putting on your essay.
for me, I would.
Two letters.
Yeah,
2 letters on your essay.
yeah. You say that's fine. If you send it, I'll just be like it. I'll be like.
Come on, man. 2 letters on
So
your essay.
but it's the norm. Like I'm not like sometimes I don't do a conventional offense when playing the games, which it might be like,
Man.
what are you doing?
He
I
breaking
have
out a number 2 pencil
it's
and a sketch.
cerebral for
They
me.
don't do that no more. They don't do that no more. He got a number 2 pencil and a sketch. No, man. What we doing?
I'm just saying. So Trey, this is my thing, and we can move on after this, right?
Yeah.
I understand. I understand that you can change the norm. You can, as you being the owner, you being the president or whatever, you have
GM, all that, coach,
all that. You have the option to do what you choose to do to find the best candidate for that job opportunity. I get that part. However, at some point, as a coach, owner, GM, whatever, president, vice president, at some point you have to take in consideration certain things or don't make sense on why you are choosing to do those things. Because you coming to a grown man who's possibly in his 40s, maybe in his 50s, possibly 60s, and to get him to write an essay, again, we don't know what the essay was about. We don't know how many words that essay had to have. We don't know any of these things. However, to me, and I feel like a lot of people in regards to this, I feel like a lot of people would feel, and maybe you know what, Trey, on your point, maybe it is a way to alleviate a lot of potential candidates. Maybe that was a way for them to alleviate a lot of potential candidates. Let us put this out there and see how many really want to do it, and then maybe later on down the line when they eliminate 10 candidates and they left to 2, maybe you never even have to write an essay. Maybe they just wanted to see. Maybe they just wanted to see who was willing to do so. I get it, but for the most part, though, I feel like if it was me, I'm like, CC, you trying to insult my intelligence. I don't need to write no essay for a job in which, especially if I've had a job before. I've done the job before. My resume, that's the whole purpose of a resume. My track record. You know what I'm capable of doing. So why do I need
your
to
resume,
do an essay for it?
And so, true enough, but some of these people's resume is why they in the hire line.
Facts.
That's why.
Agreed.
So it's like sometimes there has to be a difference. But take this in consideration, right? For all those listening out there like that. For our fraternity fantasy football league, I'm the commissioner. What did I do to sit up and determine our draft? Our draft, Bishop.
Hey, say that again. I missed you. Hold up. Say that again because you froze up. I froze up.
For our military, for our fraternity, fantasy football. What did we do to sit up and do the draft?
What do you mean? What did we do?
What did I do? What did I put? We did.
Oh, we played games. This dude came up with
domino tournament. We did a domino tournament. See, keep game. We did a domino tournament.
CC, the nonsense, bro. But go ahead.
We did a domino tournament. We did a Wonderlick test.
We did.
We did. Did we do bowling?
Yes.
No, we didn't do bowling.
We did. No. We tried to, but it didn't work. Everybody couldn't do it.
But we did 3 or 4 different things.
Now let me say this, CT. Hold on, Trey. Now
we did a fraternity personality test.
Right. To learn but what I will say this, CC, about this, I will give Trey this. I give him mad props for the fact that he was creative in ways to be able to create a draft. I'll give him that. I'll give him mad props for that. However, just like with this essay thing, a lot of that shit, I was like, man, I'm not gonna do all that.
Exactly.
I'm not doing that, bro. Because I was like, come on, that's a lot to do.
But why did you do it?
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm gonna be honest. I see you slick.
I know. I already know.
You slick. You slick.
It was a lot of y'all.
Because I did it because I didn't want a jacked up pick. I did do a CC. I didn't want a jacked up pick. I did it because I didn't want a jacked up pick. You want me to say it? I didn't want a jacked up pick.
So it's like CC. It took like 2.5 months to get them to sit up and do all this stuff, bro. We was like down to the last days before the draft, and I was still trying to figure out what the draft order is because out of 12 people, everyone was still. It was a bunch of people that was slacking. So it's like it took forever, you know what I'm saying? And which is like, but if you
watch this, CC. Trey, would you do it again?
Yeah, I'm doing it again.
I'm doing it again.
I'm not playing. I'm letting you know I'm not playing. I'm not in it.
But you know what I'm saying? But it's one of those. But if you commit to the process, you don't have a problem. Commit to the process, and just commit. Just ride with me. You know, your commissioner is asking you to do this. Commit to the process, and we'll be good.
Maybe I got some bias because it's the Cleveland Browns, though, and it's like, yeah, man. No, you see your job. Won't you do your job and give me some players? and who am I paying? Tell me who am I paying?
But true that. And I will do that, but I have to make sure that you are going to be that person for me to do that. Like just because you call yourself a coach don't mean.
Hold on, but hold on, Trey. But hold on, Trey. But you talking about my track record? What about Cleveland's track record? You talking about what I've done? Let's talk about your track record. Let's look at all the QBs you've had in the last 20 years.
And
you have a record
for
the worst, for the most QBs in NFL history who has not been successful.
And
that
think about it. Think about it.
Bro,
think about it. Think about it. And this is the first time we're hearing about this. Why? Because they're trying to do something different because they have a track record. So you have to take that into consideration. It's like okay, let's try something different.
Obviously, what we've been doing ain't been working. Obviously,
what we've been doing ain't working. Because let's be honest, right? True enough, Like, yeah, the coaches, like, let's keep it 100. We always have a conversation and reference to talking about how the GMs and coaches, if they're not on the same page, then you bring in certain people. So evidently the coaches and the GMs, they've been on the same page. So let's sit up and see if what type of person I'm getting. If I can't get you to write a simple essay, maybe you're not the person for my organization at this point. Because yes, you can probably coach X's and O's, but what else? Again, like I say, 90%, 80, 90% mental, 10% physicality. You can coach because you've been a coach in the NFL before. However, you have not been the most successful coach, or you haven't been above average coaching. So now I'm doing this to see, okay, are you going to make it past this first part initially? And like I said, I might not. I see where Anthony was like, so what if you write an amazing essay and you don't get hired? Chances are that essay ain't gonna even get read. It's that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he wrote the essay, throw it out.
But this is my thing. See that now you've wasted my time.
Right.
You've wasted my time if you don't even read that essay. You've wasted my whole. You've wasted my
hired,
time.
If you get hired, it's going to sit up and be compensated well for that essay I didn't read. Your time is going to be compensated well. But at minimum, it's showing me something, right? Think about it, right? We be on AJ, right? We've been in AJ for we've been thinking about AJ as a quarterback for a little bit because we didn't know what we was getting when it comes to us coaching, right? And we've been on AJ. However, to AJ, it's not a waste of time when it comes to quarterbacking because he's constantly looking to get off the position. Even in which last season we didn't do too well. But at some point, it seemed like he committed to the process. And now AJ almost just quarterbacked us to our second win last week. And you know what I'm saying? It was on some stuff in which we had a film session. We talked about all the stuff last week. So now it's like he's committed, just commit to the process, and we can kind of go from there. But if you're bucking and fighting the situation, it makes it hard for the process to continue. And now the process continues to restart over and over again. And so we always sit up and talking about the OCs and the ends, like Philadelphia, that fact of the matter. How can we get Jalen Hurts to sit up and be the best part of Jalen Hurts if we can't even get him a consistent? Yeah. That part.
Changing his OC? Yeah.
We can't get it. Yeah, so it's you know what I'm saying? He had a flash and pass last year where they won the Super Bowl and he was up for MVP and all that type of stuff. But it's what are we doing? We can't get him. We got our fifth OC in 5 years. You're on the fifth OC. It's hard. And you know what I'm saying? At some point, the luck runs out. I think Tomlin's seen the same thing. My luck is running out. The first time when this record gets broken, we already know the hot seat at that point, the governor is off. The hot seat, the plate, that lead plate that's been sitting there blocking that heat, that's removed. And so now you get looking over your shoulder damn, I lost that. Now I can't even use that to stand on. So I think it was good for Tomlin to go ahead and exit stage left. You know what I'm saying?
I think he went out. He went out on his terms. I think he went out. He rather
without
leave
a doubt.
than get fired.
Yeah. He took a page out of the bus book. Let me go out
on my terms.
Yeah, he would have preferred to have went out hosting that trophy for again, to sit up and thumb people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's not where it ended. And so now, you know what I'm saying, this is where he's at. So, you know what I'm saying, he went out. Does he come back? I don't think he comes back. I think he's going to have a career in TV. I don't think he's coming back to the sideline. Because it's when you think about it, what team is, who's on the hot seat next, in y'all opinion?
He got a year to figure that out. Because there's going to be a couple.
You think so?
Yeah, I think, don't hold your breath. Don't think Shanahan's safe over there in San Francisco. Y'all,
he's safe. He's
safe. Y'all keep coming up short of the mark too. So one more year of that, we gonna see.
He's safe.
Lynch and Shanahan might be out of there if y'all don't finally.
Nah, they good. And Lynch would be the one to get rid of him, and that's why I said he's safe because they came in as a tandem. They worked hired together intentionally.
And as ownership, I will ship you out as a tandem. We've seen that play out plenty of times.
They came in, so I think I think Shanahan is safe as long as Lynch is safe. Shanahan is safe. Unless like you say, unless ownership be like start looking at Lynch like, hey, is you or him, or it's
Yeah,
going
because
to instead it be both of y'all. But for the
because
most part, there's not too many other teams that's on the hot seat. Coaches that's on the hot seat. I don't think.
I think Nick is on the hot seat. I do. I think Nick is on
you
the hot
think
seat.
you
Okay,
think he's
yeah,
still
yeah,
there?
yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
Nick is on the hot seat
Maybe,
because
yeah.
of how this year ended him being
Yeah.
or him putting that garbage high school coach as the OC. I think a lot of that is him. And I feel because of that, and now that he's gone, I think this upcoming season, is going to depict whether or not he's still there next season, in my opinion.
Well, you know,
It's
the
warming
thing
up.
with Philly, hey, the thing I respect about Philly is Philly has no problem with sitting. Hey, you just won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. You out of here though.
Right,
Like you
right.
are out of here.
Because Howie,
Right.
that's Howie,
Yeah.
Rico Roseman. That's like he's
Yeah.
gonna sit up and make it like I said, Rico Roseman. It'll be you before me. I ain't gonna sit around in any of it. Like,
Right,
bro, we
right.
start
He
playing
not
them
sitting. He
games.
not finna let it be no longevity of winless seasons and stuff like. No, he like you
Yeah,
said,
because
Trey.
that costs
Yes,
him.
you or me, and if it's
Yeah.
gonna be that way, it's gonna be you before it's me. Any day of
Yeah.
the week. Yeah,
If
I'm gonna
the
solidify
game,
my
like what
yeah,
Biggie say, the game just rewind. Like
yeah.
we gonna sit up and run this back. Like
Run
so,
it back.
Roseman
Yeah,
ain't
like
finna do that.
no.
I see. Anthony says Zach Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it's been time for Cincinnati to move, but they won't make a move. I don't know.
Yeah, he's on the hot
But
seat.
this is
So
the thing with Cincinnati, and I feel like we've talked about this before, right? I don't think Cincinnati wants to move the needle yet because of the simple fact Burrow can't stay healthy. And it's kind of unlike other coaches and other teams, they're feeling like maybe the coach in Cincinnati is not getting a fair chance because their star quarterback is not on the field enough.
But we just saw Mac Jones play 8 games for the 49ers and keep them afloat.
stop that,
We just
CC. Be
saw.
quiet, man. You playing? Stop playing, bro.
We
We ain't
saw
got. We ain't
Tomlin.
even got to
Let's
talk
take
about Mac
Tomlin.
Jones'
Let's take
resume.
Tomlin last year. We saw Tomlin stay afloat with Justin Fields early, and then still piece together a playoff team with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. All I'm saying is Zach Taylor, man, you running out of excuses, dude. You are gonna have to do something. You got to. It's called coaching. You are gonna have to start coaching. You got to stop worrying about Joe Burrow and start coaching the damn team. That's my
But then,
problem.
okay.
You
And
know,
then,
someone.
then we're talking about this, though. Like, y'all talked about Byron Leftwich and all this. But what are y'all concerns about the fact that
Ty Bowles.
no, what's his name? Philip Rivers.
Oh, going to getting the head coach
Getting the opportunity.
It's just an interview.
Yes.
It's just an
Yeah.
interview. Now, if he gets hired,
Well, if they're interviewing him, it's a good possibility, bro. But again, we talked about coaches who ain't even getting that. Yeah, we're talking about a guy who just came off the field. He just came off the field. He played.
He was just a long-term emergency quarterback. Let's just.
But I'm just saying he played, and he going straight.
Yeah.
But again, he going straight from the field, from cleats to training shoes.
Cleats to clipboards.
Yeah, cleats to clipboard. Yeah, like really, like Ryan Clark and them was saying, like how is like Brian Leftwich has been on the sideline for how long? You know what I'm saying? And he can't even get an interview. Can't get an interview. Whereas you got Philip Rivers, who retired 5 years ago, came back, played a few games, and is getting an interview already with a team like the Bills, who has a Josh Allen. Like you setting him up for success. You're literally setting. If you give Philip Rivers this team, you're literally setting him up for success.
But that goes down to what we were just talking about. The process in which the owner dictates as being is outside the norm, is probably perceived as not being fair, but he has that right to do that. No different than Jeff Saturday getting the interim coaching position last year for 8 games.
Yeah, coach a few years
So
ago.
you know what I'm saying? It's in which so the only person that really has to atone for that is the owner because it's their organization. You're going to even barbecue a mildew at that point. And so it sounds like it's unfortunate because they're giving these people these opportunities. And to be honest, if it was someone that looks like us that gave these opportunities, we're going to get ridiculed when it doesn't play out. the way that we intend for. So you know what I'm saying? But they're gonna get some of it too when it doesn't play out. It might not be as loud and boisterous and thunderous, but it's gonna be talked about and it's gonna be drugged by certain people. So it's happening. But let's be honest, it's not just like the fact of all these quarterbacks, all these people that got called for interview. Like the list for who is it? The Los Angeles Raiders is, I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders is extensive. However, you know what else is on that list? Not a single one of them are ex head coaches. All of them are past. Ain't none of them. Not many of them is not. If not any, none of them are coordinators either. They're all defensive or offensive pass game coordinators, or not OCs. They're not DCs. They're offensive or defensive pass coordinators. So people are looking for different things. It's different, you know what I'm saying? So the game is changing. But going back, you know, someone else I think is going to be on the hot seat if they don't do good next year. LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Especially, for me, he should be on the hot seat 3 straight years being the 7th seed. Like, you got to come up from being the 7th seed at some point, right? The 7th seed. 3 straight years with Jordan Love, you the 7th seed. Like,
yeah.
With Aaron, you was number 1. Like with Aaron, you was the number 1 seed.
Do you think Schottenheimer and damn, I just had it. Do you think Schottenheimer and Schottenheimer? Dan Patrick, hot seat next year if they don't do well?
Oh, Dan Campbell.
Yeah, Dan Campbell. I said Dan Patrick.
Yeah,
Dan Campbell.
I think with the way Jerry Jones like to move, you never know. But I think definitely Detroit, they gonna be like, hey Dan, hey, we ain't going back to the gutter, man. We gotta stay up a little bit. We relevant now. I'm sure Detroit loving that relevance. Like, for Dallas, it don't really matter how you see Jerry. He can keep it to as long as he wants to. For some reason, we're gonna be relevant whether we win or losing, which kind of sucks because as a fan, I want to see a winner on the field. But hey, can't argue with the other results. We're gonna always be talked about. We're gonna always be looked at. So Jerry gonna at least get that part of what he want right all the time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Right now, Detroit, like CC said, Detroit is relevant, very relevant, and they hadn't been relevant in years. So they definitely.
It was relevant just for the wrong things.
Well, they ain't been relevant in regards to making it to Super Bowl appearances.
Positive relevance.
Yeah, stuff like that. So because of that, I feel like they definitely are individuals that now Dallas, I just don't know. You just don't never know with Jerry. You don't know what you're gonna get with Jerry. It's just
I think
it's in the air. I don't know.
To answer Anthony's question, I think D'Amico has did enough to buy him a little time. I think he at least has a year past mediocrity before his seat heats up.
But the question would be, have they paid CJ Stroud yet? Because if they haven't paid him, then they got.
Oh yeah, because he's on his. He should be playing the contract year coming up.
His contract year. Yeah, his time is up. So, it's off his. Yeah, he's done with that. His initial contract should be. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you pay Stroud? What you do? Because I'm hearing. Hey, I've been hearing rumors that Stroud would rather be in LA with the Rams, and they're gonna be looking for a quarterback soon. Matthew Stafford got a couple of more years, so I don't know. Maybe McVay
possibly, yeah.
Maybe McVay make a play for give us some draft picks for CJ Stroud.
Possibly. And CJ would love to have, what I'm saying, that receiving core that's over there for sure.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, because next year CJ gets Tank Dell back. You have Tank and Collins back.
They are
too much. And they are not Puka Nacua.
They are not. They are not.
So I have an affinity for Puka Nacua, but Collins ain't bad, and Tank Dell was trending.
Nico is not bad.
Before he got injured.
Nico's not. He's not, but he's still not a Puka.
Right.
He's still not a Puka.
Still
he's still not a Puka. But he Collins is nice. Not Collins is nice.
We're gonna see what Nakua will do against this defense
with Nico
this week.
being with a fully
We
recovered
gonna see
Nico. We gonna
today.
see.
What we talking about? We gonna see today what Puka got on it. We
What
gonna
he
see what they
said.
got on it today.
What he said. What he said.
Because when what Puka had last week, 6 yards. Oh, that was rushing. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, I know he had more than 6 yards.
He was 5 for 56 on 10 targets, so 50% of his catches. So they had him bottom up.
No, it's not bottled up. It's the pressure that they was putting on Chicago put some pressure on Matthew Stafford. His numbers. Matthew Stafford barely threw 55% and completed 55%. See, the playoffs been changing our mind about stuff, right? It'll change your mind about the pressure and stuff. Like during the regular season, 65 and 70%. Oh, that looks great. But this playoff, none of them quarterbacks coming close to that.
And he was again. They was like we said last week. Some people just undefeated, and Mother Nature, as we said, is one of them. And he was playing against Mother Nature as well. Yes. Matt Stafford, 20 for 42, 258 yards, 47% completion rate. Plus, he was sacked 4 times.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like it changes the game. So
absolutely.
Yeah, but you're looking at the playoffs. That's what I like. Like those numbers, those high numbers, those 65, 70% quarterback, and all these high quarterback passer ratings. All that stuff is out the window now. Now you just got to go out there and win the darn football game. You got to go out there and win. Which I thought we was going to talk a little bit about what I told y'all last week. The curse of the Houston Oilers. Hey.
Oh, you did.
Houston, you got to learn to play in conditions. Like
I was just pulling they joint up.
Playing in Houston, and everybody gonna bash CJ Stroud. I just want to put that out there,
bro. It's pretty easy. CJ Stroud, 20 for 47, 212 yards, 42 completion rate, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 3 sacks.
Okay,
and 4 interceptions, but two of them wasn't his fault though.
Before I say what I'm gonna say, read Drake May numbers.
Drake May, 16 for 27. It's like you said, 16 for 27, 179 yards, 59 completion, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 5 sacks.
Okay, so he didn't do, take the touchdowns away. He didn't do much better. So my thing is, how you gonna hang that on CJ Stroud? Where was that swarm defense? See, let's go back. Let's go. Y'all said defense win championships. So why you ain't holding the field goals? If they kick 4 field goals instead of scoring 4 touchdowns, then we got a discussion of a game. So defense, where was y'all at? When we need y'all the most, where was y'all at in that cold weather? In that first weather? Where was y'all at? See what I'm saying? We can't put that on Stroud. Teams are going to make mistakes. Every team has made mistakes in this playoff. Your defense can either hold you down or they can't.
So I play anti-advocate to your conversation. Offense needs to move the ball or do something productive in order to help the defense. That's what I come back and keep on saying. When we played the Eagles that year, we had no offensive output. So it was just a matter of time before they leaned on us to where they sit up and broke. It was like the levees breaking, and it was a complete flood of that field with nothing but Eagles engulfing 49ers.
Trey, if I 3 and out you though, then how long am I on the field? See, this is the point. If I 3 and out you in the bulk of these situations, like we've been doing most of the season, so I don't want to hear about what happened offensively. If my defense 3 and out you every time, then what are we doing? Then what are we talking about? If I 3 and out you more, need anything? If I got you punting or kicking a field goal, then what are we doing?
But CJ also threw 4 interceptions.
Right. Okay, but you throw 4 interceptions, but you put your defense out there and you 3 and out, Drake May, then what happens? See what I'm saying? So let's not hang it all on CJ Stroud. Defense, make some damn stops. That's what we're paying you for. We're paying you no matter what the situation is. Make a stop. How many pick sixes did he throw? See, you had a chance to stop him. See, you got a chance, but did you take advantage of the chance? So why you gonna put it all on him? Like, no. Where's that swarm? Where was that?
Everybody got a job. Everybody got a job on the field. Everybody got a job.
For real. You telling me the 2000 Ravens didn't stop some of the most potent offenses on their way to the Super Bowl? They didn't have no quarterback. They couldn't move the ball. You know what I mean? But they were still able to get it done. I mean, I'm
You got
just saying,
facts.
like we can't put it all on one, on one side. Yeah, he made some mistakes, but hey, everybody make mistakes. But hey, how you overcome? How you overcome it? Like, hey, for real, how you overcome it? Matthew
He
Stafford
made
made plenty
mistake.
of
He
mistakes
did.
in that game against the Bears.
And he almost cost him.
Almost.
It was literally one miss. Let's talk about that. Me and Bishop talked about it at the field. CC, was that or was that not an interception?
Which play we
Which
talking about?
one?
What play we talking
Chicago.
about?
It's Chicago versus. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the wrong game.
Are you talking about the Bills game?
I was the wrong game. But again, it still did come down a misread between him and DJ Moore is what
No.
cost him.
See, now to me, that was DJ Moore's fault. I
Was
can't
it?
put that on Caleb. I can't put that on Caleb. Like
That you talk about that pass. I know what
DJ
pass you
Moore,
talking about. The
I
deep
said
pass.
I had to correct myself. So yeah, go ahead, CC.
You
that's
talk about the Chicago pass, the Chicago Bear game, right?
yeah, like
Yeah.
that's just a lazy route. I thought he just ran a lazy route. For me, I think DJ Moore
They
just ran
definitely
a
wasn't on.
lazy.
Yeah, they definitely
He
wasn't on the
just ran
same
a
sheet of
lazy
music.
route. It's like, man,
Yeah.
what you doing, bro? Like that was a lazy
Because
route.
hey, Trey, it's crazy because it's crazy. It's the same exact example we gave to the young men yesterday. If Moore would have came more, Caleb is expecting Moore to go somewhere in another direction.
Well, he was expecting him to come back. He was expecting him to come down.
No, he threw it over. He threw it over his head.
He threw it because Moore was going and he was expecting. He threw it out because the cornerback had to run and he intercepted the ball where Moore should have been in front of him. So Moore, what Caleb was expecting.
So Moore, that's what I'm saying. Moore was going deep. Right, I said it wrong. You're right. Moore was
supposed to go deep. He expected Moore to come out towards the sideline.
He wanted him to go
kept
flat.
going up the field.
Right. Again, like we talked about what we was telling the young man yesterday. The quarterback, what I was telling him again, when I was referring to it on defense, but this is the same example on offense. Even though we're on the same team, I'm thinking one thing, you're thinking something else. I'm thinking you're throwing it over the top. You're thinking I'm flattening it out. That's where we're not on the same sheet of music. We're not thinking on the same wavelength on where this ball is about to be placed. And that's what we're talking about. Now, unfortunately, in football, in that aspect of football, you can't communicate as the play is going on. But I'm sure that is something in which when they got to the sideline, he was like, "Oh, bro, man, my bad. I thought
you seen it on his face. He was pissed.
Right. Oh yeah, because he thought I was like, bro, I thought you was going deep with the ball. He was like, nah, man, why would I go deep when the safety was over you? You were heading to the safety. Why would I throw it to him? You were heading in his area. Why would I? Right. You know what I'm saying?
But like you said, like CC said, I think DJ ran a lazy route, because he thought the ball was coming to him.
Yeah, it was just wow, man. In a big moment in a game like that, what the young people be saying these days, lock in, man. This dude wasn't locked in. Like, how could you not be locked in at that point? Like, I didn't understand that. Like, Chicago, that was unfortunate to me that, receiver not locked in the game of your life.
And that was just a great catch by that DB. I mean, that was an amazing catch defensively.
Yeah.
Like that, not he probably couldn't make that catch again when it's all said.
Now,
that was a great catch.
Now, when we sit up and talk about it, right, in all the games, in my opinion, including the national championship game, ball placement. Mm-hmm. National championship, if Beck throws the ball out and puts it over and puts it up, he probably catches it and they may have won. In the Denver game, if he had been able to put the ball out instead of Cooks having to come back to the ball, even though Cooks made a catch on the ball, but if he kicks it, he's still running. But I was asking CC because me and Sean talked about it a little bit at the field. Was that a catch?
I mean, I thought, like I said, I don't understand the rules of a catch because I thought he caught the ball and he was on the ground. Like, I thought he had the ball and his knees was down, so I thought he would be down right there. But then they say, oh, you roll over, and then the defender got the ball. Hey, but then you let him play the defense.
Well, did he? I guess a better question is, do you feel like he secured the ball? He had possession of the ball.
Yeah, like
No,
I
y'all
said,
talk
I
about
thought
the
if he
one where
was,
it ended up being an interception in the long run.
that's why
No,
I thought Taco to the runner, and I thought if the dude's knees is down, he down, and he being touched, I thought he
but you,
down right there. So that
but the
whole
thing is,
rollover thing confused me, man.
but this is the whole thing. You never see the only problem with that with OCC is the fact that you never see
You
him
never see him
secure
having possession.
your possession of the ball. There's no time in that in any angle where you can see that he clearly had the ball in his possession. All you see is them touch. You see them both have it. Looks like they both have
They both
an
got it.
opportunity at the ball, and then when they roll over, unfortunately, the defender had the ball,
Matter of
and
fact,
that's
as
Yeah,
why.
I'm looking
That's why.
at it here,
Yeah,
I
you
hope.
never see him have actual control of the ball, and that's the only thing. That's the only bad part. When his knee is down, when he's down on the field, when he's down on the turf, you never see him with control of the ball because the tie does go to the offense.
I mean, it was just like in the Bang Bang situation, it's like, man, it looked like his knee was down to me. It looked like looked like they both had the ball. Like I said, Ty goes to the runner, and if my knees are already on the ground, then what's the rollover? See, I didn't, but hey, they do what they do. Like it wasn't like it was an out of bounds play where you got to have all this
Okay, got you,
or
Anthony. I
whatever,
like that.
you know. But
The Adams catch, I think, was a catch. His knee was down. I think
yeah,
that was a catch.
yeah, yeah. The Adams catch was a catch.
Yeah, that
The
definitely was a
game,
catch. You can see that one clearly.
and the bigger thing is sometimes those, for me, uh, some of those pass interference calls, man, they can show mess up a game, especially when it's like when the ball is uncatchable. I don't really, like they got to do something about that. They got to go back to if the ball is uncatchable, stop throwing that flag. That's ridiculous. He overthrew the man by 10 yards, but then you throw
Yeah,
a flag. I
you
think that
can't.
was in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Patriots Texans game. I think where he overthrew. I think it was Drake May overthrew the dude by 10 yards.
Yeah, I totally agree. If it's uncatchable, there's no reason for a flag to be thrown. There can't be a pass interference on a non-catchable ball. There can't be.
Right.
There.
Like what are we
He wasn't
doing?
gonna catch it if I didn't hit him. So what difference do it
Right.
make?
Right. Like they got to clean that up because that's awful to
Yeah,
give a man a spot foul and the ball was way over there. It's like he was never going to catch that. Come on, man. Yeah, those. So what was doing? You was trying to find a play.
Well, I had it, but I had it on the wrong screen. But I mean, at this point, we don't pass it. But yeah, it was. I mean, so a lot of that. The only game that wasn't a game that we can talk about that we're not going to talk about was the Seattle 49ers game.
But we did
Oh,
that
why we not
last
talking
week.
about that
I
one?
don't want to drag it. We don't want to
Why we ain't
prolong
talking
this
about that
thing
one? Because
because that was
you're
a
quick
beat
to talk
down.
about 49ers and Eagles game. Why? Let's
I
talk
did
about
not
that.
talk about the 49ers Eagles game.
Yeah, you did bring it up.
That
Yeah.
was
Oh
a
yeah,
beat
you
down.
did, bro. You
I
brought
ain't
it
talking
up.
about that game.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
That
talk
was a
about the
beat down.
49ers and let's talk.
We
Oh,
can
he
talk.
would
I
be
think we can talk
frozen
about that
that way.
game.
He would be frozen on my screen. But yeah, let's talk about the 49ers and them damn Seahawks blowing y'all back out like it was no tomorrow. Like that,
Like that was a
blew
beat
y'all
down.
back out.
Like I expected more fight from a Shanahan team than that. Like to be honest. But Seattle just had their number. Like Seattle from the opening kickoff, you should say they came out to handle business.
He got a point. Oh, you just ain't gonna say nothing, huh? You just ain't gonna say nothing.
It's
You
just
just ain't
it's
gonna
just
say
like
nothing.
it's just like you put out a diss track. If I don't respond, just like at some point, just let it go.
Which I
Hey,
heard Fat Joe. Which speaking of that, I heard Fat Joe say they said J Cole was coming with new music, and I heard him say, "Oh, he can't really make music no more since he got his head screwed off or whatever. He didn't want to respond to the beef thing." And I'm like, "Oh, why, does that
Well,
mean he
you
can't
know
make
what?
good music
Honestly,
moving
I
forward?"
I hate to say this, but I think J. Cole's won when J. Cole popped off. I think he had the best of Kendrick. So I mean, I was kind of glad J. Cole bowed out because I don't know if Kendrick could have put. Maybe we wouldn't have got what we got from Kendrick on Drake if he had to have worried about J. Cole as well. But then again, maybe J. Cole would have sharpened his pen, make Kendrick sharpen his pen, and it would have been different.
Wow. So that just made me think of the quarterbacks that's left to play, man. Darnold, think about this: Darnold, Stidham, Drake May. The only one that's proven that's been in this situation, Matthew Stafford. Whoa, look at him, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford. I'm just saying. Think about that. No, for real. No Mahomes, no Allens, no man. It's been a long time coming since when the last time we seen it. This has been about 7, 8 years in the making right here, right? No Lamar
What?
Jackson. Like no, none of these famous quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford, come on, Drake May. Y'all didn't have Drake May on y'all list as being here, right here. I don't know if I had him
Bo
being here.
Nix. Well, Bo Nix ain't gonna be there. Stidham
Yeah,
now. It's Stidham.
but now it's
Yeah.
Stidham, and then you
Yeah.
look at that Sam Darnold. Who had Sam Darnold right here doing this right
No.
here?
No.
You know
We
what?
did.
I think I would kind of rather Sam Darnold win, but I don't want Seattle to win. So
You can't get Seattle. You can't get Sam Darnold to win without Seattle, though.
Okay,
exactly, exactly.
but wouldn't you rather? I mean, the
No,
Rams are more of a bigger rivalry to you, right? Wouldn't you rather
Mm,
the? No, you think the
the,
Seahawks
the
are a bigger
Seahawks.
rivalry than the 49ers?
Yeah,
Come on, they haven't been in that division that long.
they've been in it long enough to be a problem to us.
I was gonna say they haven't, like they was AFC West for a long
They're the
time.
ones. They're the ones that keep on holding us. That keeping us out the. Think about it. The Rams haven't. The Rams, for one, the
The
year the
Rams
Rams
beat
went to
y'all.
the
They
round
beat
the
y'all that
year
year.
the Rams went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. It was the 49ers that kept us out of there. The Rams didn't keep us out of there because this Jarquiski Clark makes that interception. It's game over.
Hey, that's one thing about Matthew Stafford, and you saw that in the game against the Bears. He's going to throw the ball to the other team. He has a history of that. But it's up to you if you catch it. If you don't catch it, you miss the opportunities. Like for real, like
To
because
be a
Matthew
highlight,
Stafford,
you missed the highlight time.
yeah, because he's gonna put the ball dead in your hands. At some point, if you're a defender, he's gonna put the ball dead in your hands.
No.
I don't know. I don't really want to count them all the way out, considering the other team's experience.
This is
And
the
they got
thing.
a good coach.
This is the thing, right? What?
We hadn't seen those.
But
We've seen
but the,
Stidham.
we seen what
Oh,
type
you
of we
haven't.
seen Stidham what?
You haven't
What
seen.
I was just
You
about to
haven't
say
played 2
what
games.
what
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 are you
what
saying?
what film do we have on Stidham?
You don't have it because he only
You
played
don't
like
have
2
film
games.
on Stidham currently, but Stidham has quarterback. He's been a starter before.
That's so long ago. That's the fact. You don't have nothing with him at this team with these weapons. You don't have that, and that's a
What's going
problem.
on? What's going on, Mike? You know
What
what?
up?
I was
What
thinking
up,
about the
King?
other
What up,
day.
King?
I'm
That's a
spinning.
problem when you don't have
We gonna spin the block.
film on
I got you,
somebody like
bro.
that.
We coming back. It's been a little hiatus, but I've been
Oh
checking
yeah,
the.
yeah.
We're coming back.
We
It ain't
need to come
over.
back with it. Yeah,
I'm still there,
yeah.
especially with some stuff on the horizon. So I'm back. I'm back. We ain't going nowhere. But
But
I'm
you don't
sorry,
have
Bishop.
film.
You saying?
Yeah, you don't have we don't have film on Stidham currently in the position where he is, and that's problematic because you don't know what to expect because you don't know what he can do with the talent he has surrounding him. That's why this is a difficult game. People think, oh, it's gonna be easy. Denver ain't gonna be able to do nothing because it's a backup quarterback, blah blah blah. But we still, just like CC said, where did Nick Foles end up? In a damn Super Bowl, being the MVP and winning that joker as a
Yeah, but that's
backup.
different. We hadn't seen Foles
What's the
at
difference?
all.
What's the
We hadn't
difference?
seen Foles at all.
When the last time you seen Stidham?
But I get that. But we've seen Stidham at this point. We've seen, so there's something to go on. That you've seen Stidham. You've seen Stidham. That's to my thing. You haven't seen. We've seen Stidham before. Stidham was at one point heralded. He had a contract, a big contract to be someone's starter, and it fell through, or he was pushing someone's starter for a position and it fell through. We didn't see that of Nose. We didn't even know who Nose was until he popped up after the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, and exactly, King, what you said, he could have been working on, and that's the thing. What you seen that's like looking at what you're saying, Trey, is like looking at a college quarterback and trying to see how
exactly.
But
we didn't know. No one knew.
You can't do that because if that's the case, they could have looked at Nick Foles while he was in. It wouldn't have worked. If that's the case, they could have looked at Nick Foles in college and tried to stop him in the Super Bowl. It wouldn't have worked because he's with a whole new offensive coordinator. He's with a whole new head coach. He's with a whole new team of players around him. It don't matter what he did then. You got to see what he's doing with his current
But so I guess what I'm trying to say is Nick Foles had no burn prior to him getting the ham to back up the quarterback.
If you really think about it, he did, because he played in the preseason games. He did.
Well, we know preseason is different than the pros. I mean, the actual games, because the people that you're playing in preseason probably ain't even on the rosters.
Yeah.
So, but my thing is, what are you looking at? Are you caring about that? Because if you're looking at game film, you're not worrying about what the defense are doing against him. All you're worrying about is you're trying to see what is his weakness. What can we do against him?
As a defensive coordinator, I think it's one of those things you got to come out there with your best defense, the things that you know that's work most of the season. And if that's not working, you got to adjust. You got to be ready to adjust because you haven't seen this guy. Or you don't know the speed. You don't know his escapability in the pocket. You don't know none of these things. So, yeah,
right.
You know, you got to go out there and gauge all that from the game. So that's going to be tough. I think that's going to be tough on. I think that's tough on any defense.
Any defense, I agree with you, CT. Any defense, when you don't have anything to go off of, you don't know what the threat is in some way, form, or fashion. That is problematic. You don't know what to expect, and there really isn't a way that you can really kind of like game plan.
Stidham has played for the Patriots. He was drafted by the Patriots. He has played for the Raiders, and he has played for the Denver, and now he plays for the Denver Broncos. So he has been in the league for 4 years, in which he has had playing time. He has.
How many games has he started?
Yeah, how many games has he played?
Let me see. Let me go back.
Because I thought they said he only played like 2 games.
He hasn't played many.
Like coming in garbage time just to take leads and stuff.
He hasn't
that's
played
what I've
many.
been hearing all week. I've heard that he ain't really played all of that. Like
he has played. He has 20 career games with 4 start games in which he started.
That's not enough.
In those games in which he started, he was.
And what team was that with? Was that with the Patriots or was that with who? Because we're talking about 3 teams now.
The games in which he started was with Dallas and was with Las Vegas and Denver.
No, Las Vegas and Denver.
Okay.
He got 4 starts.
And how many starts he got? And he had how many starts?
4 starts. He got 20 games, 4 starts. He's 1 in 3 in those 4 starts.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I ain't heard he played a whole lot, so it's not hard, But I'm thinking it's gonna be and he's been sitting behind Bo Nix the last couple of years, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. He's since Bo Nix has been there, he's only played 4 games.
Yeah.
Right. That's 2 4. Yeah.
So who, I don't know if I would want to be the head coach with that, or if I would want to be the defensive coordinator on the other side going against that. I mean, that's a tough one right there. It's gonna be an interesting.
I think they have an advantage. I mean, again, I completely understand what you even Mike what he's saying when it comes down what y'all saying in reference to he played with them. No different than Sam Darnold playing with San Francisco. There's something like both teams have a knowledge of the other, but it's like which one you're more likely to change your stripes as a team as opposed to change your stripes as a player. So there's a good vast possibility that the Patriots have enough to go on to probably be able to be a deterrent for him. And that's what I'm looking at. I think the advantage for the most part, at this point is New England. And New England's defense ain't shabby either. So
the advantage is definitely New England without question because you got your starting QB. You always gonna have the advantage because in fact you got a QB who's gotten you through the entire season. Definitely advantage is New England. However,
and Stidham is no Brock Purdy or no.
We don't know that yet.
He's no Brock Purdy or no Mac Jones.
But we don't
know that. We don't know that. We don't know that. He hasn't played enough to say.
Y'all make sure y'all put Denver tonight then.
Y'all haven't said enough to make.
Right there, like, hey, if you the head coach, if you Sean Payton, you got to like, hey, if I lose, then look, yeah, like he said, then look at the quarterback situation. But if I win, look at what I did. So yeah, the head coach got to like, what I'm saying? Like Sean Payton, hey, he's sitting there, and you still got home field, and Denver had a decent pass rush, a decent defense that could probably cause some turnovers. Like if they can get the
If you was
Patriots to
down
turn the
to your
ball
last
over,
$100 and you had to feed the house, are you letting it ride on Stidham?
dude, I've been picking Drake May all year. Y'all the ones that's been like not coming around to Drake May. I'm going Drake May. You know me, I'm sticking with my guns, Drake May. So no, I'm not betting on Denver. I would not bet on Denver.
Nah, I
You know
can't
what
do that
I mean? I'm
because
Drake May
I
all
don't know what he's bringing. I don't know,
day.
so I can't
I've
say
been riding high
whether it
on
be
Drake
good or
May.
bad.
Drake May might be finna be Super Bowl MVP. What are we talking about?
He
What
has
are
the
we talking
possibility. He has the
about? That's
possibility.
what I'm saying. Yep. Before Caleb, before who else was in his draft class that everybody was talking? Drake May is about to,
He has a possibility. Yeah.
maybe. It's still not there, but Drake May got a
Caleb,
chance.
it was May, Caleb, Daniels.
And Jaden Daniels was impressive last year. It's unfortunate the injuries that he took this year, so we didn't get to see uh, uh, him really at his best this year, which would have been lovely to see. But yeah, it's pretty good the way parlays work. I'm betting the Broncos. I like that. I like that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting today, don't y'all think?
Yeah, because I already have who I'm going for, who I'm pulling for, who I think. Well, correction, because usually sometimes who I pull for and who I pick is two different things. But
Man, these two games are going to be the two of the most difficult games to pick, in my
Yes.
opinion, because, whew,
Agreed. Agreed.
you
Agreed.
know,
Either one of these games can go either way.
for real.
Either way.
I'm just wondering, can the Seahawks duplicate that performance from last week this week? Now that'll be interesting if they just come out and if they just come out and beat
so
the Rams like they did the 49ers.
I'm not going to say this because the 49ers, my team, is legitimately coming from a place of what I seen as reality. They're two different teams. Like the San Francisco 49ers was down to replacement players. It was just it was a Cinderella story for San Francisco. And it was in this the ball the the clock struck 12 finally struck 12 on us, and that
All
was
my
it.
life,
It's not
I have
there's
to fight.
nowhere close to it. Like we didn't even have we barely had Parasol. That's what happened. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same team. Like the defense, like we could. The defense was a matter of time. So, but it's different for the Rams. So I definitely don't see. I would be surprised if it's a similar game to what San Francisco did.
Mm-hmm.
From a classic movie. It's called Revenge of the Nerds. Y'all got y'all asses whipped by a bunch of nerds. Nerds.
I ain't gonna call them
Yeah.
nerds, but I was gonna say
Y'all got y'all ass. I ain't talking about the nerd part, but y'all got y'all asses whipped. That's just all I'm just saying.
look, Anthony already waiting on the
All my
quote.
life, I have to fight.
Now that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh
All my
shoot.
life,
Hit a trade all
I
my
have to
life.
fight.
There you go. Damn. But hey, I don't know. Don't like just to look at it. I agree with you that it might be different teams, but when we've seen this before, where you seen teams play each other for the third time, and then one team just ain't got it no more. One team just
That part.
the other team just said, you know what, we're gonna take advantage of every weakness that they got. You know what I mean? The other team is just a little bit more prepared.
Do
All
y'all
that.
think?
So, and let me ask you this: so, who's at advantage when you play a team on the third time, and that team is beating you twice? Who has the best advantage in that game?
I think if they're coming in at the same way, like because even San Francisco, when they beat them at the beginning of the season, it wasn't the same team when they played them again the second time. And you know what I'm saying, at the end of the year. But I would be willing to say, because even
Why
San
wasn't they the
Francisco,
second team? Why wasn't they the same team though? First off, let me ask you that before you continue.
why San Francisco wasn't the same?
Oh, are you saying San Francisco wasn't the same team?
Well,
Or you
Yeah,
saying
they
San
weren't.
Francisco wasn't the same because they had injuries then too. But
oh
Seattle was better when we played them the second time. Like you gotta think when we played Seattle at the beginning of the year, that was like everyone was just there. Even going in, San Francisco had injuries at the beginning of the first game of the season, in which we beat them within the first two games of the season, but they wasn't the same team when we played them at the end of the season. But however, we were a different team because we was hobbled already. We lost Bosa in the second game or first game. And then we lost Warner in a couple of games after that. And then it was Mikael Williams. Like we was just hobbled. So it definitely was. But if everyone is at the same thing, I would say that I would give the advantage to the team that lost the two losses.
Well,
CC?
but these two teams split though, right? 1-1. So, but I would
Yeah, they
give
split.
They split.
I would like definitely today. I'm thinking Seattle has a little bit of an advantage to really put because they the home team. Like when in doubt, it's got to the home team. I think the crowd makes it a little bit of a difference in this game. So I would give a slight edge to Seattle. Not saying that the Rams ain't gonna win this game. Just saying that if we just talking pure advantage, I would have to go with the home team.
Okay. The 12th man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you say that this defense is better than the Legion of Boom defense?
Heck no.
No. Hell no.
Heck no. You can burn. Who can Nakua prove 457 yards passing proves that you can burn this defense. You can
Yeah.
beat this defense.
Yeah. No.
457 yards. You couldn't do that to the Legion of Boom. You weren't putting on no
Hell
400.
no.
You ain't
Not with
putting
Bobby
on no
Wagner, all
300.
them on there. No.
Well, so
Sherman.
because Bobby Wagner is on this, I think the front seven is better than the Legion of Boom, but I think the equalizer was those two safeties that they have lagging in the back, like Cam and who was it? Cam and
Earl Thomas.
Earl Tom.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Earl
think that
Thomas,
was
yeah.
the diff. Yeah, because I even think Richard Sherman was suspect at times, and so I think that was more so of that. I think the the front seven is the difference for this one, and of course the Legion of Boom. Although that was the name of the defense, we know that was really anchored by their DBs. So I don't know, because you got Gregory and Williams. Like it's different. It's a little different now. A lot different, actually.
Yeah, I also think the Rams got a good front seven. I mean, I think they got a good front seven. I think you could beat them a little bit in the passing game. I just think uh, the Rams have proven that they are a little bit more schemed up defensively when it comes to Sam Darnold. They seem to know how to get inside his head. They seem to know like they seem to know where he's going with the football at certain moments in certain situations that and they can dictate what he does for them. That's what I seen in the two games that the Rams defense it
Not to
hasn't worked
mention,
out for
and it's different, a little bit different, of course, because now Seattle doesn't have the 1-2 punch of Charbonnet and Walker. It's all Walker,
Walker.
so that's going to be different. But they still got Njigba.
Jackson Smith and Sigma. Hey, this is gonna be a classic. Jackson Smith and Sigma and Puka
Puka Nacua.
Nakua. Man, this reminds me of Jerry Rice,
And
Michael
not to
Vick.
mention,
Like, the
you
program.
know what? You know what? I'm willing to say, even though I'm not going to say who, I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but does Cup get the payback? They
Hey,
basically
he might.
He
they
could.
traded Cup for Adams.
He could. He could.
Cup
Today
is
we
at
gonna see.
home.
And Devontae Adams could, hey, man, he could finally, he could possibly make it to the Super Bowl that he's been chasing for a long time. From his Green Bay days to his Raider days. Now he's in a position, hey, man, it's so
He
many
can get it.
different.
He can get it like Beckham got it. Finally get him a ring, and then except for he can leave. He can leave on his own terms as opposed to how Beckham had to go.
Yeah, yeah. So it's some interesting stuff that's gonna happen in these games today. Like uh, the coaching matchups. Sean Payton against Vrabel, man. That I I'm not a huge, but anyway, Sean Payton as a coach, man, he's really, really good, and Vrabel is really, like it's two masterminds of the game of the modern game right now, going head to head.
Yeah, thanks.
So we haven't chose. I mean, of course, we haven't chose the teams for the day yet. But before doing that, because it's intermingled and correlated, the expectation, of course, is Mendoza is going to be selected first round. But correction, let me get his name right. Fernando Mendoza, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion Mendoza is going to be selected number 1 overall in this year's draft, in which he's going to go most likely, indubitably, to the Las Vegas Raiders. In that being said, do you think it's a clean slate? You think that's a guarantee? Do the Raiders keep let him pass, or think Brady says no, let it go? We have bigger fish to fry, and Mendoza
Who's the other quarterbacks coming out? That's the question.
none. Simpson. That is really there's Allard for Penn State. So there's not too much to choose from this year. But however, we know there's about to be a quarterback carousel too, don't you think?
But this is my thing. So this is what I say, right? I say that to say this, right? You say there's none, but you think about this, right? With the Raiders having the first pick, and who's in charge of the first pick? A quarterback that was picked in what round?
Well, so we speculate that he's in charge of it, but we know he's
no.
not.
They said
he
it.
Probably has. So he's
picking the quarterback.
Yeah, he's picking. He has a high impact on who's going to be who the
yeah. That's what I was about to say. He has
right.
He has more of an impact on what it's going to be as opposed to.
So we got Mendoza, Simpson from Alabama, Naismith from LSU, Beck from Miami/Georgia, Allard from Penn State, Moore from Oregon, and Klubnik from Clemson.
Moore staying.
More staying. Okay, then Klubnik from Clemson. Mind you, again, when it's all said and done, the first pick is from a gentleman who was a 6th round pick and has become touted the GOAT. Does it matter in regards to whether or not he wants Mendoza?
Yeah,
because he knows. I don't
like,
Tom Brady don't give a shit. I feel like Tom Brady don't give a shit whether or not. No, but this is my thing. I don't think.
The people you just named, you know who my dark horse is in there?
Probably. Hold on, I'll tell you. Klubnik. I was about to say probably Klubnik. Yeah, Klubnik.
He's that's my dark horse in there to be a successful out of that draft class. But are you willing in your first, any of y'all willing to leave Mendoza on the table and go after who? You know what I'm saying? So it's
what if the Raiders get the trade? What if there's the trade out of that pick? Like get other picks. What if there's a trade out of that pick? And what if they get one of these free agents that's coming up? Because, like I said, Mac Jones about to be a free agent. It's a couple of Malik
CC. Why are you like this, bro? Why are you like this?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh looking at Malik Willis. I mean, I'm just saying, Malik Willis, these dudes.
Malik Willis has made a name for himself.
I think they have earned the right for starting jobs coming up, right? Like if you could get them from their organizations, however that could work. I think you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
So I understand where you come from.
Kyler Murray in Las Vegas.
Well, and I understand where CC's coming from because on Oakland, Vegas could do that. They could trade their first pick, and if they own something like Trey said, and they own Klubnik could possibly be there later in the round.
Right,
without a doubt. Like we ain't got to. We don't have to go
right.
You can get, like you said, you can sit up and go and use that one, trade back as well as pick up or just trade it for a free agent to where you ain't that you're willing to pay, and then go and like you said, go get who you thought will be a la Brock Purdy, go and grab
Yeah,
somebody later, or a la Tom Brady, and grab somebody to develop with someone that you know is probably going to give you a better opportunity to win. It ain't got to, because the first pick is probably the overall pick, but it's one pick.
yeah,
I think I'll come off that pick so quick. Like, you know what? We got a lot of holes,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
but yeah, somebody just mentioned that. Who else? Who else?
yeah,
We got a lot of areas that we need to address. And
yeah.
is the quarterback the main area that we address? Because what is the purpose of getting a quarterback if we don't have nobody to protect his ass?
but
That
I mean,
and nobody to throw to.
or we ain't got no one to
Or
throw
anybody
to.
to throw to?
Like, what?
That
What if
too.
we got somebody to throw to? It could Geno Davis be more can be effective where we can kind of like wait for a second, like in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would think Mendoza is going to be a Raider, but is he?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You never know the way that.
You don't
I
know how
mean, I
Tom
know you
Brady's
be quiet,
thinking. Yeah, you
right?
don't know how Tom Brady's thinking. You don't know how that whole draft team is thinking because of, just like Anthony said, there's a big holes in the Raiders team schematics completely. So there's so many areas in which they need to address. So what CC said made a perfect sense. I may trade my first pick so I can get other players that are big players, big name players in better positions instead of going for a quarterback. Because like y'all said, there's some quarterbacks that's only going to be on the free agency market that I could get that's already seasoned. I don't need a rookie. I'm trying to revamp this team. Remember, they
Hell,
just not
like we
2
talked
years in
about,
the what's this stage, second year, third year in Vegas.
This is
third.
going to the
I think a
third.
little higher than that, but they've been there less than 5. I think.
Right.
Yeah,
So this
it's
means
like the
that
third,
right
fourth.
now they're still trying to find themselves. So right now they got a lot of work to do to build that team up in Vegas to be somebody. So I need to get things snapping and get things going now, not
Yeah,
tomorrow. I need shit to happen now.
Hell,
yeah.
Danny Dimes is going to be available. He's a free agent. There's free agents out there that don't have to. If you can simply make them a better deal, hell, they might pull
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the target goals, Malik Willis and Mac Jones, they got to be high on these teams that need quarterbacks list, man. I hate to
This
say
guy
it, man. I
just
know you
keeps
don't
doing
like this
this. I
Mac
see.
Jones. I know you're trying to keep Mac Jones in the fold, but for what? It's for him to for him to sit on the sideline and
Yeah,
wait
ain't
for
nobody.
Tony
What
to
he need
come
to sit
on?
on the
I mean,
sideline
come
for?
on, man.
Yeah,
Let the
let
man
him
go
go
get
on
his.
over there to Vegas. Let him go on over
You
there
know
to
what I'm
Vegas.
saying? Let him go
What
get
he need to
his.
sit on the sideline? He's been a starter. Let that
You
man go
know,
to somewhere and start. Don't be sitting
for
behind
real.
Brock Purdy. Yeah, don't.
Because
Yeah,
Brock
let's
Purdy
go.
was out for 8 games, in which Mac Jones kept us afloat. So we let Mac Jones out the door this year. What if Brock Purdy go down again? I mean, for next
Get you
year,
another
what if Brock
quarterback.
Purdy
Hey,
goes down again?
Get you another
you got to
quarterback.
do something
No.
else.
We
Y'all,
had
Get you
before
another
Brock
y'all been
Purdy
quarterback.
doing well with it.
before we had Mac Jones. Guess who else we had?
Sam Donald. That's what I'm saying. So y'all keep the trend
And
going.
look at
Keep
what
making
Sam
these
is
other
doing.
quarterbacks hot. Keep making these
Look
other
at what
quarterbacks
Sam is doing.
hot so they can get their free agent money and pop up somewhere. Like
Even
y'all shouldn't
what's
have been
even
hung for
worse, what's
that.
even worse is, well, I was about to say it wasn't. What's even worse is they both ended up in Minnesota. Well,
Who,
no,
Sam?
disregard.
No,
No, because it was Sam and Brock. I mean, Sam and
Sam
Danny Dimes ended up in
David
Minnesota.
Jones, yeah,
Oh,
ended up in. Sam Darnold, what a bounce back of a career though. Man. Everybody, 2 years ago, everybody was saying this dude was a bust, myself included. Like, whoa, what a high draft pick.
I
But
never
it was
said he
the
was a
Jets,
bust, but he was. I was.
definitely the
I was
Jets
happy he was in San
organization.
Francisco.
The Jets organization, man, y'all should really look bad because everybody leave y'all and seem to do well. I don't know.
I think we
Now
should go
watch,
for Matt. I
watch,
think we should go for
watch,
Matt Jones and try and bring him over to back up Jalen.
Look,
Yeah,
bring
I
him
feel
watch,
over
like
to
we should
back
get
up.
watch
Jalen.
Robert Saleh go to Tennessee and show out.
That's what I'm saying. Now watch them have that defense humming, and then whatever work they do with the Cam Ward, watch they be a tougher team. You know, AFC South should look out like you're gonna have Tennessee competing in the next year or two. I do think that. I mean, Robert Saleh, it's just that I remember when y'all was saying, "Oh, the Jets are going to be something." It's like the Jets can't be nothing until the ownership get out the way, right? Like we see it as a bigger mess. It's not just the coaching there; it's the culture there. So Robert Sala, the best he could do there is 7-10. But I think he could do better than that somewhere else. When given the right tools to succeed. Like you don't tell a guy like Robert Sala you want him to coach your team and then go get a quarterback, and then give the quarterback the run of the the quarterback run of the house. What are we doing?
Maybe Mac Jones. I mean, maybe not Mac Jones. Maybe Tom Brady surprises us and trades out, and maybe create gets a deal to where he brings Shador to Las Vegas.
Oh, I don't know about Shador. But you
No,
never
I
know
know
with
why.
Brady. I mean, that'd be a
I know
move.
why Trey say that
You,
though, because he's mentoring Shador. He's mentoring
I
Shador,
get that.
and that would
I
be.
think.
I'm gonna be like this. If he was to do that, that would be major. That would be
Man,
so
Can you imagine?
major.
You see what Shador did with Fannin Jr. Can you imagine with Brock Bowers?
I mean,
Yeah,
I,
that
I,
would
I
be
like
so major,
Shador.
bro.
I think if nothing else, like he gonna bring. You see, Cleveland started selling out games when they put him on the field. I'm trying to tell you, he box office man. He not to steal Stephen A's words, but that dude gonna put people in the seats.
He
You
will
know what I'm saying?
out
Like
there
he
in
gonna put
Vegas.
people at minimum. He gonna put people in the seats.
Out
So
there in
And
Vegas, facts.
and then, like
yeah,
you was just saying, that still doesn't mean they can't go and get one of those other quarterbacks that's going to be there
right,
after the fact. They can bring them in, and
right.
they still have what's his name on the roster still, even though because you're basically paying rookie contracts, and you have Gino that's still technically on the roster, that even one could be the backup to one of those rookies, and everyone else development. Like it's so much they can do with that pick. I would come off that pick.
Yeah,
Because is Mendoza, like, let's be honest, every year someone has to win the Heisman. It don't make a difference what. I mean, Mendoza wasn't shabby, but someone has to win the Heisman every year, regardless. So in a down year, that can be. It can maybe Mendoza might be that down year where someone had to win that. He was head and shoulders above everybody else, but he gets the opportunity to win the Heisman, but it's one split. I don't think that he's like the greatest to come out at this particular time. So
I think he'll be
I
decent. I think Mendoza. I think he's ready for the league. Just depends on where he goes. Like if he goes to Vegas, do they have enough? The question is, do they have enough? First of all, who coaching that squad? Second of all, are they gonna have enough
that
uh,
part.
to help properly develop them? I mean, because just because you going to be drafted by the goat, don't mean that the goat, I mean, the goat can't save everybody. You know,
Facts.
and what's the draft looking like again? Let me see. I thought
What
Bishop
do you
usually
mean?
would have it up.
I do.
The
What are you asking?
the first 28.
Oh, let me pull it back up. Um, hold on, I got it.
and if you the Jets, what do you do with your pick? Like, do you man, like there's not enough quarterbacks to go around. So if you're the Jets, what do you do?
So, of course, we got the Raiders at 1, Jets at 2, Cardinals at 3, Titans at 4, Giants at 5th, Browns at 6, Commanders at 7, Saints at 8th, Kansas City Chiefs, which they haven't been at 9th, the Bengals at 10th, the Dolphins at 11th, the Cowboys, CC, at 12th, Rams at 13th, Ravens at 14, Bucks at 15, Jets again, 2 picks in the first round at 16, Detroit at 17, Minnesota at 18, Panthers at 19, Cowboys again, 2 picks at 20. At 21, we got the Steelers. At 22, we got the Chargers. Philly at 23, Cleveland at 24, the Bears at 25, Bills 26, your 49ers Trey at 27, the Texans at 28, the Rams again at wait, playoff team still and that's 28. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There's the
28.
top. Yeah, that's the top 28. Yeah. Because of the
Yeah.
So
playoffs and
out of
stuff.
those, in the first 10, at least three.
Anthony say Jets moving up from 16. Mm. You think so?
But they're in the second spot already. Why would they move up again?
Yeah, they already got 2 picks. I was about to say, they already got 2
Yeah,
picks. Why would
I
they
think
move
they're
up?
gonna sit. I think they're gonna sit still.
They got the second pick. Why would they move up again?
Like,
You
why
ain't
would
gonna.
you
What
move
do you
up?
think they're gonna take the first and second pick, or the second and third pick? Like what? What are they moving up again too? They already got 2 picks in the first round.
Like,
Unless they feel like Mendoza, unless they really feel like there's something there. Like,
But they got the second pick. You don't think if Mendoza don't go first, I'm sure the Jets gonna pick him up at second. If he don't go
it's sort of
first, you
like
feel me?
what the Giants did last year, right? Like they took Jackson Dart was one pick, then they took Satterfield with the other one, or whatever.
Right,
Like
right.
they just, yeah.
But
I
what
don't
was you
know.
about to say, Trey?
Yeah,
that there's not too many. Like I think Anthony said earlier, but even, although there's at least 3 or 4 teams in the top 10 that needs a quarterback, and then but you got to
Out
also
of the
take
top 10 teams, who are you saying? The Vegas needs a quarterback. The Jets need a quarterback. Arizona needs a quarterback. Does Tennessee need a quarterback at number 4?
No,
nope.
Okay. Does the
New York
Giants need a
doesn't need
quarterback
one.
at number? Okay. At 6, Cleveland needs a quarterback. We know.
They might.
Does Washington need a quarterback
No,
at
No,
7?
they got Jaden Daniels. You got
But we
Jaden
know.
Daniels.
But we know what's
Back
going
up.
on with Jaden Daniels. We've seen. He's been injured twice already.
Yeah, but if he
All
gets
right.
healthy, you don't have that
Does the
problem.
Saints need it at 8?
show he probably don't. Show they probably can get down with him.
I think they
At
probably gonna
9,
stick with that.
here we go. At 9, do Kansas City need a quarterback?
I think it's about time for Kansas City to start finding an heir apparent, but I don't think they need a starting quarterback right now.
Patrick Mahomes, he ain't even played a decade yet. What are we talking about? You don't need an heir apparent. You ain't even played a decade. Like, that's
He needs
like
an heir apparent.
So you say you need an heir apparent in
because his style of play is going to be at some point is going to be played out to where it's going to be like this is probably it. So I think they need to start looking for the next person that's going to be able to replace him. And because if they had a capable backup, they would have sit up and been able to weather the storm.
Well, look at so you saying the same thing for the Buffalo Bills because Josh Allen plays way tougher than what Mahomes does. Like he takes hit after hit after hit. You ain't saying they need a backup. I mean, for real. Like I don't get it. Like Patrick Mahomes still got some burn. I mean, if I'm them, they need running backs in Kansas City. You need some damn running backs. Pacheco ain't it. Kareem Hunt ain't it. You need some pressure off Patrick Mahomes.
And then to round off the top 10. To run off the top 10 when Trey was talking about quarterbacks, does this team need a quarterback at number 10? Cincinnati.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
look! Here we go. We got a yeah and a nay.
They're in the same boat as Kansas City, in my opinion.
They need a quarterback because this dude's been broken up. Like this is Patrick Mahomes' first year being injured. We never seen this from Patrick Mahomes. We've seen this every year from Joe Burrow since he's been in the league. Name 1 year he's been healthy. I'll wait.
I think Cincinnati and the team after Cincinnati needs the 11 team. I think needs a quarterback.
Well, we already know 11 team being Miami Dolphins. We already know they already gonna get rid of Tua. Tua's out of there. We already know.
But that we was talking about earlier. Tua probably can go somewhere else and probably show out. Or
it depends on what team. It depends on what team.
It also depends on his mentality too, man. Like for me, Tua, a part of Tua's problem the last couple of seasons, he's been playing scared. That's just my opinion. Like he's scared. The concussion thing got him rattled out there. Like what quarterback that can't take a hit? Like he's scared to take a hit, and you got to take hits in the NFL, or you got to set it in and deliver that football. So it's like until he get over that fear of taking a hit, I think Tua is washed.
So to go back to the number 10 pick with Trey, in regards to the Bengals, you cannot allow Jamar Chase and to be wasted over there in Cincinnati too much longer.
Exactly.
You was about to say him and Higgins.
Higgins, you cannot let him and Higgins be wasted over there in Cincinnati too much longer. You cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot, because eventually they're gonna end up wanting to be out of there. They're going to want to be up out of there. They're going to. You got 2 premier wide receivers, probably one of the best tandems in the league, top 10 easy, and they're
top
not getting
5,
opportunity. Maybe I was scared to say top 5, but yeah, probably.
Hell, they might be 1 when you think about it.
Nah, top 5.
I think
because if we wouldn't have because I'll put it to you like this: if we don't have the problem which we have, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith
I
is in
knew
top 5 too.
it's gonna be some fan bias. Like, nah, truth is, I think I think Cincinnati do have the best two wide receivers. I think they would be number one. I think you can put the Eagles, Brown and Devontae Smith at probably two, but this year you really
I
got to
would
look at
even
Right.
I
But
would
this
probably
year,
put them at
I
I would
totally agree
probably put
because of
them
this
at
year. You
three.
don't.
I would
Yeah,
probably put them at three because Puka Nakua and
yeah.
Jamal and what's his name probably would be two.
And Devontae Adams. That's what I was just saying. Like you could
Yeah.
probably switch both. Like it can be two or three, but yeah, I think they are Brown and Smith
But then
are
he
in the
did.
top
But then
top three, top four.
don't forget, you got CeeDee Lamb and what you call out in Dallas too
Yeah,
as a tandem.
yeah, Pickens. But then you
Pickens.
look at
Don't forget them two either. Don't
and then the
forget them
other
two
ones
either.
that you
So
can't ever forget is they to round out that top five, the underperforming as Minnesota Vikings, with the Addison and Jefferson, man, like
yeah,
that's a potent combination with the right quarterback. And we've
yeah,
seen it with
yeah,
Sam Darnold. That's a
I'll
potent
probably
right,
combination.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely it's definitely seen. So you can't waste that talent in Cincinnati again. You can't allow that to just be sitting there on the wayside waiting for something to happen because them two wide receivers are wanting. They're hungry. They're dogs in this game. They're hungry and they are wanting to be at at the Super Bowl. We'll see. I don't know.
so while we're sitting here, let's go ahead and get these picks for the day. Two games. I
AFC,
think
NFC.
one is what 2 hours away, I think.
Yeah.
Patriots and Broncos play it too. Our time.
2 hours away. So let's start there. The first game. The New England Patriots, Denver Broncos.
Woo.
Y'all said it's gonna be a hard pick today.
That's a tough one.
We already know. Look, so we already know who CC going with because he's been going with this gentleman all season.
Right.
He's been going with this gentleman all season. So let me get mine out the way. I have to jump on CC's bandwagon. I'm gonna have to jump on that old Drake May and them New England Patriots. I'm gonna have to go that route, man. I'm just gonna say Stidham. If it was Bo Nix, it probably it would be way more difficult to pick. But because Bo is not in this game, I take nothing away from Sean Payton because he's a great coach and he's probably gonna figure out a way to make this a real good game. Believe it or not, he's gonna find a way to make it a good game, despite the fact he don't have his star quarterback. Believe that. But however, without his star quarterback, I just don't see him beating New England in that defense of Drake. That defense and Drake May doing how he's been playing this season. So I gotta go New England.
CC, you stay in New England as well?
Yeah, because for me, it's barring turnovers. You never know. The Denver defense could get some turnovers that flip this game. But I'm sticking with Drake May. I think, like I said, he could be Super Bowl MVP in his second season.
I'm taking Denver.
Oh,
oh,
yeah!
I'm taking Denver. Hey, confident too. It's Mayday, baby. I like that quote. It's Mayday. I like that. Ooh, but yeah, you done heated it up with them. Man.
Yeah, I'm taking.
What's your favorite line? What'll make you laugh or make you cry?
Make you cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the defense. I'm sticking to the defense win ball games, and I think, and not to mention they're at home. I think it's gonna be more of the defense standing up instead of being a facilitator. That's all they're gonna need to do is have him facilitate because the defense is gonna take care of the ball for him.
He says Mayday, baby. He says Mayday. Mayday.
I can see that.
Okay.
I think that's where to go. I honestly, my first per our conversation before our conversation earlier, I was on. It would have been a clean sweep. New England, New England, New England. But I was like, you know what? I want to shake it up a little bit. I mean, hell, ain't like I got too much of a dog in the fight anyway. So I was like, but look at it. I was like, maybe I was like, I seen a meme this morning that had the teams in the ring, and in the one corner was Tom Brady talking to May, and Gronkowski talking to May. In the other corner was Von Miller and Gregory talking to Benito. And I was like, you know what? Defense wins ball games, baby. And so I'm gonna keep that moniker. I'm taking Denver. But the game that's gonna be prime time. The NFC West
It's something about
playing
that
for
NFC, bro. It's something about that NFC.
the
It's something about that
NFC,
NFC.
the NFC West teams playing for an opportunity to represent the NFC and again the NFC West in yet another opportunity to win a Super Bowl. Los Angeles Rams, Seattle Seahawks. They keep on playing. Asking is Sam Darnold going to see ghosts today, or what's going to be a CC? Does the Seahawks continue their romp? Does what's their defense called now? The Dark Force. Do they continue victorious and continue to be problem? More BTA celebrations on the sideline. Does the Rams, Stafford, McVay make it the game 3 in the last 10 years? Who you got?
Oh man. Oh, you had to come to me first. This is tough. But I'm gonna go with the home team, the Seattle Seahawks. I say, man, I like McVay, but I'm just basing this pick off. It's just too tough to call it, and I think Sam Darnold is about to do the unbelievable, go from almost a potential bust to the Super Bowl. That's impressive.
Bishop, I assume you're riding that train. You've been talking about it hasn't even just been about the team, it's been about the additional. You've
No,
been
me.
talking about 12s.
I'm assuming I'm gonna let you go first. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm assuming I'm gonna let you go first.
I'm taking the Rams. I mean, it's easy for me.
Nice. Right.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams. These was easy for me. Like this was not hard at all.
You know what, and that's what I'm going with because I see the Seattle defense, but I don't think they'll be able to stop Puka Nacua. I don't think they can do that. I don't think they'll be able to stop Puka. I haven't seen nobody be able to do that yet. And until they can do that, if they can do that, then they definitely gonna get it done. But I'm going with the Rams, man.
I don't even think it's Puka Nacua that they need to stop. I think they got to stop Stafford because if Stafford get to slinging that thing all over the field,
but who he's slinging it to though? Nacua, his favorite.
Well, receiver. I'm saying he's going to eat, but if he's slinging it all over the field, it's going to have their heads in the tailspin, and then it's going to be trying to get to him, and then but if he's but of course if he's slinging it, that means Devontae's eating, that means Williams is eating, that means Corum is doing his thing. It's going to be problematic for Seattle, and which is going to end up being problematic for Darnold because he's not going to be able to keep the pace.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one, bro. I'm going to be glued in. They already called us for being off for tomorrow. I'm glued in for that game tonight.
Damn, you off too?
Man, is that cold down there?
Bro, that's what I'm telling you. Bruce texted us yesterday, was like, hey, we off on Monday, so chill out and enjoy. I was like, okay, bet.
Man, what's the temperature?
And I work from home.
No text.
He said no. He said, look, let me look. Yeah. Let's go.
What's the temperature down?
And then I heard the weather supposed to be like this identical almost next week.
Next week, yeah.
Is that cold? So what's the temperature down?
when we woke up this morning, it was 29 degrees, 28, 29
Yeah.
degrees.
So I looked
Really?
at something which it said that tomorrow, like, even though it's not snowing or anything, it's supposed to be like 19, 17 or 19 degrees tomorrow morning. The
Yeah,
low is
it's gonna be
19.
bad. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. You see, El Paso got snow. El
Oh yeah, I knew El
Paso.
Paso would. Yeah, I knew El Paso would.
Well, it's
Hell, Round Rock did too.
Yeah, they did. And Austin. Austin got some too. Austin and Round
And
Rock.
Dallas.
Dallas did too.
the
But El
difference in
Paso,
the
I was
climate.
out there in El Paso years ago, and we never got snow out there ever.
I would kill for it to be 19 up here right now. Like, I would kill for it to be 10 up here right now. Like,
I feel
we
you,
in the
bro.
negatives up here.
Bro, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, down here, bro, it's different right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait, man. But
Yeah. But two great games today, y'all. NFC and AFC championship games. Hey, after the day, it will be solidified who will be in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
So CC, despite your picks and which you just gave us, out of the 4 teams, who would you like to see in the Super Bowl? Despite your picks. If you want to use your picks, you can use that too, but you don't have to go with because of those picks. But who would you like to see in this upcoming Super Bowl?
Well, I think a better story for me would be the Rams and the Patriots. You know, I know it's not Bill Belichick, but they trying to get him some get back after a 10-point performance against that New England team that his first time around.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
And then Trey, like I said, the youngest guy, 2 Super Bowls before 40 would be. I mean, at 40 would be insane.
Who would you like to see in the Super Bowl? It don't have to be your picks and what you picked today, but out of the 4 teams, who would you prefer to see in this upcoming Super Bowl in February?
Los Angeles Rams and New England.
All right, we 3 agree. That's who I want to see too. I want to see a rematch. Yeah, I want to see a rematch. Yeah. I want to see a rematch. Yeah, I think that's who I look at seeing, and I think it's a good chance of that being happening. But we'll see. Seattle ain't been in a while too either, so we'll see. We know the last time Seattle went to the Super Bowl, we know the outcome. A bad play call cost them a Super Bowl.
Right.
A bad play call cost them a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Shout out New England. They just keep popping up.
They do.
Actually, if I had it my way, y'all remember the movie Dark Knight?
The Batman movie?
Yeah. And remember what happened during that football game? That's actually what I wish could happen tonight.
I would have to go back and see it because I don't remember that.
You don't always team.
That way, no team wins.
Right.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh, hell no, that ain't gonna happen. You know that ain't gonna happen.
The field imploded and it fell through the floor of the stadium, and so.
Oh, okay. No, that ain't. We know that ain't finna happen.
NFC West bias.
Is it not?
Well, I got to get off of here, man. Y'all have a good one. I got to get ready. Good day. Have a good one.